Stop wasting time. Join the party nation. Party nation.
3 Dubs, I hate you. What a soul passion, bro. Like
he keep doing that to you. Like it's no respect whatsoever.
You know, one day it's gonna be the last time you see me on here. You ain't gonna be able to bully me no more.
It just depends on who talks when the time's up.
Is it because I took the black card away from you? Listen, bro, you man, you messed up. I had to take it away. I gave it to Gore, and now Ronan got one. Speaking of Gore, what happened to Gore? Where Gore been at?
We have to talk about that.
Gore left
in the green room. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's a whole thing.
It's a saga.
Yeah. Let me know after this. I ain't
it's
y'all don't tell me nothing.
We just stopped caring. Yeah. But how was everybody's day? How was
it's snowing,
day?
Man.
It started snowing out there already?
It's snowing here, yeah.
Is it
it's
snowing
a whole
heavy?
bunch. Yeah, it wasn't at first. It was like flurries, and I had to go out and hurry up and get the trash cans because the people. Let me give quick story real quick. The trash people around our way don't like me. I don't know what I did. Me and my peoples. I don't know what we did to them, but whenever the trash come, they throw ours all over the place. Like I had to get a trash can in the middle of the street. But when I look at all the other neighbors, theirs is all nicely neated with the top back on it. I'm like, what did we do to these people? I don't understand. But yeah, I had to go get them. And then when I came back in the house, I looked outside, and all of a sudden it was just heavy.
No, that's how it is. We're supposed to get almost like 6 to 8 inches, like starting tonight up until tomorrow. Like that, the school's already sent my kids home with their Chromebooks. So yeah, like and it started.
Yeah,
my sister told me
my sister got sent a message too. She told me to. She called me. She was like, "We got to do homeschool again." I was like,
No, like I'm not stunting the homeschool thing, like because
that's because they used their last snow day on some BS last week. At least here.
Like they used theirs when it was supposed to be freezing cold, but it wasn't freezing cold. What's up, Jeffrey?
Hello.
But yeah, I'm waiting to see like what it does. I hope it doesn't, but then again,
no, it's
I don't
crazy
have any
out
plans.
Here, bro.
I don't have any plans for tomorrow anyway. So I mean, I guess I'm just gonna be home with the kids, and they're gonna do their online school. My wife said she'll stay home too. So I mean, hey, that's a plus.
Well, something's happening tomorrow.
Invincible.
State of Play.
Oh, Invincible is Thursday anyway. Yeah, State of Play is tomorrow. Yeah. I'm not getting my hopes up. Like what?
Wait, what's tomorrow?
The State of Play.
What's that?
So it's like a 30. What is it? 30 minutes, an hour at most, like stream where like it's an update from PlayStation. Like here's some of the titles we're upcoming, and here's now a brand new look at something very, very highly anticipated. And it's like, I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Remake has done like trailers drops there, announcement stuff here and there. Sometimes it's random, sometimes it's very indie game promotion, whatnot, but it varies, and it has to do with PlayStation. So,
I ain't never heard of it. They need to explain why PlayStation the network is down for like 24 hours or something.
And it only got back up.
I didn't even notice because I don't touch my game.
It was the second longest because the first longest was actually 20 days, and that was back in like 2015 or something like that.
I thought it said 2011.
Funny is that go ahead, Tosh.
No, I'm saying I thought it said 2011 was the last time.
Yeah, 2011 was the biggest one. Like it was.
I wasn't even a PlayStation head. I had a PlayStation, but I was more so. All my friends were on Xbox at that point, so I ain't had to worry about that. But this was depressing.
It's ironic how everything the network started going back up because Krispy Kreme's had announced, for all you gamers suffering right now, for 2 hours, Krispy Kreme's gonna give out free donuts.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
As soon as the time started to give out free donuts, the network went back up, and it's just like, God damn it.
I was trying to
So
get
they
my
did.
big back
So they
energy
didn't do
on.
the. They didn't do the free donuts. They ended up not doing it for real.
I was gonna go, but like it's far away from the Krispy Kreme's near me.
No,
It's far away. And I was
my
like,
cousin got
"Ah,
one because we got a Dunkin' Donuts like up the street from us. So
Yeah.
he was already out, so he had got one. He was like, "Yo, it's actually real." And so,
Wait, Dunkin' doing it too?
I mean, not Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme. My bad.
I was about to say they both got in on it. But how do you prove you have
Freedom Carpenter
PlayStation? Like,
shit."
I think he said he had like the app or something and showed him or whatever.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that works too. I guess that works too.
Yeah.
You know what did work?
You don't got the app?
Yeah. No, I off my phone, bro. I don't have no storage on my phone. I have to offload all the apps. That's the reason why I don't post on TikTok no more.
Man,
That's cool.
oh, man.
I wasn't watching.
You know,
anyway.
you know, you can extend your storage.
I'm not.
Yeah,
paying
but you
have
gotta
to
pay
for that.
Yeah,
Right.
for like 99 cents.
For who?
iPhone.
I didn't
iPhone,
see that. No,
bro.
it ain't.
Apple don't even charge you right away. They wait until they like done charge you $20. Then they randomly take it out.
Yeah,
at
they
the
did that
worst
to me.
time.
I had to cancel that shit. Like right before COVID, they was doing that. I was like, why is Apple taking my money? I was like, what are we doing? I canceled all
They
that.
hit you
There's
like
also the iCloud.
they hit you.
I
I'm not
canceled
saving
all that.
I'm not doing the iCloud stuff because my kids' iPads are on
Well,
there too,
you
so I
won't
can
have
monitor.
storage.
I mean, that's fine by
I
me.
was about to say, I was like, you ain't want nobody to get a sneaky peeky of what you got on your stuff.
Or get a terabyte.
Lance out here got what you got on your phone? What's in your search history?
Nothing.
You know that
Dragon
SIM card?
Ball.
I ain't gonna lie, if you look at my search history, it's the most big back. I'll be looking at food stuff.
You can also get a SIM card. It's like a terabyte of storage right there.
Bro, iPhones don't take SIM cards no more.
They do.
too.
It depends. It depends on your
It depends on the
the
how
server
old
provider or
yeah.
whatever. No, because even the newer ones got the SIM card. It just
they
depends
do?
on where you get it from. Like I got T-Mobile, and we had to use the SIM card for our phone.
Yeah, mine actually does.
I mean,
have
I got
one.
Taj, great. We both have T-Mobile. Oh my goodness.
I
I knew
friends.
we were.
I got Verizon. So
See, I had to shut that down before you started. No, we got guests, and I'm gonna have to let the guests know that you be out here tripping, thinking we related. We're not related. We're not gonna keep lying to the audience and the public.
Just
you're
gotta crush
lucky,
my
Taj.
dreams. Just gotta crush my dreams like that, huh?
The cousin clip was deleted.
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh.
I didn't delete it though. So
No,
trust me,
I did.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, the Super Bowl was boring, bro. Outside of the
It was a
halftime
massacre.
show,
Like it was.
yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying. I was like, what is going on? It was ridiculous. I don't even like football like that. I just watched it for Kendrick. After the halftime show, I turned it off.
I was just checking every 5 minutes. I'm like, damn, it's still going. Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Like by halftime, it was like what, like 27-0 or something like that. Like, bro, I was like, cancel the game. Like it's over. They not coming back.
And also, even the trailers, it was such a short amount of stuff dropping. I was shocked. Like,
what else came out? I only saw
nothing really.
The Thunderbolts.
Mission Impossible, F1.
It's another Mission Impossible movie coming out.
The Final Reckoning.
The last one.
Oh, okay. I
was
about to say Tom Cruise still out here risking his life.
Again, yeah.
Had that. That man actually be doing the stunts. I'm like,
I still can't believe they actually kept his foot breaking on the rooftop in his movie.
Fallout.
Yep. He actually broke his foot.
That's crazy. I forgot. It might have been the last movie where he do a stunt where he like jump off a mountain with a motorcycle.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Like,
Dead
Reckoning,
he actually did some of that stuff. I was like, sir, are you okay?
He did it 8 times.
He actually had. There's a funny story with Matt Damon. Matt Damon explains the story from his perspective, and he goes, so he tells me that you got like a security guy. He tells the story about what he wants to do with the trick, and then the guy goes, the safety guy goes, sorry, no, you can't do that. So he gets another safety guy.
That's crazy. Yeah, he out here set tripping, bro. Cause let me had to do a stunt like that. I'd have passed out mid jump and woke up in heaven. It'd have been over with.
Mid jump and woke up in heaven is crazy.
I'm just saying, bro. I don't think I'd have made it.
I'm locked out of Twitter for 2 more days. It's a good thing I made that backup account.
Why did you get locked out of Twitter?
He probably said someone.
Why would we follow another Twitter, Lance, if you're going to be right back in a few days?
I still want to feel important.
Yeah, but you were still messaging us.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know you were locked out. What did you do?
He ain't never tell us. At least I don't know.
Well, you know how I can get kind of carried away with the Snyder.
Oh, so you was bullying people.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't bullying anybody.
You got mass reported by Snyder
You
fans.
called them dumb. I bet you called them dumb.
No, I didn't. No, I did not call them dumb. I said worse things, but they were a little sensitive. Don't dish it out if you can't take it. That's all I'm saying. Don't dish it out if you can't take it.
True.
I actually agree with that.
Like the dude, like literally, like he's like, oh, geez, like, oh my god, I'm gonna report this. And then like 2 more people said I reported him too, but that was like earlier in the week.
So you really got mass reported by Snyder
that was
fans,
earlier
bro.
in the week. It didn't disappear until like the ban started on Friday. I've been locked out since Friday at 11.
He's been knocked out of heaven.
Speaking of, if you watch Cobra Kai, stay off of goddamn Twitter too.
Social media, yeah.
It's been so many leaks. Somebody leaked a whole episode, like all of episode 14. Like
really?
I was scrolling down and it was like full episode 14, and I immediately closed Twitter. I was like, "What the hell
Darth.
is this?"
Hi, Delecia.
Hey.
Darth, I ain't seen you since last year. That's not even a joke.
I know. Yeah, it's been a while. Thanks for having me. Appreciate
I was
it.
about to make a joke, and then I really thought about it. I was like, "It has been." It's been a minute. Lance, your wife is here.
Well.
I get the gloat in my basking glory that she agrees with me about the Johnny Cage cast.
Where is it? The Johnny Cage thing is not that bad.
Yes, it is. He looked
bad.
Bad.
Wait. There's a trailer, and we've seen what he looks like because
it's a poster. They dropped
It's a movie poster.
In-world poster. Yeah.
It looks like a miscast. I'm sorry, I can't.
I need to see it. I need to see it right now because I am one of the biggest die-hard fans of Mortal Kombat. Oh, interesting.
It's the way he just stopped. It's just the way he stopped talking.
He's like, oh, okay, interesting.
I'm a badass hearted fan of Mortal Kombat. Oh, interesting.
He looks like
no, bro. No, he don't.
No. He doesn't look like Johnny Cage. What he looks like is he looks like the stunt double of the stunt double from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, this is bad. That's
what I told you, Lance.
Do y'all see the first comment though?
Oh, no, what did it say?
Huey, I'm done in a bloody Mortal Kombat movie. Take that, you cunt.
Trying to quote the boys. Yeah.
But seriously though, like I think he's gonna do a wonderful job as Johnny Cage. No, but you got to think about it. We just had games with old Johnny Cage.
Okay.
Like
but he's not that old, bro. Come on.
No, old Johnny Cage is this old.
Yeah, we had old Johnny Cage after he aged throughout the games, not to start off with.
But in this universe, he's been a star. He's been a movie star. So
he don't look like Johnny Cage.
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. Okay. What we need is like some big, muscular, dopey looking motherfucker. Do you know what I mean? Like this. Like he's too cool. Like they shouldn't be having the jacket on. The shades don't suit him and his face. Now listen, I love Carl Urban, and there are things too. I have put him as cast in that he should be. This isn't one of those roles, and it's okay to say that.
Yeah,
I can kind of see it. It's not fully there. Like to me, I'm going into it being like, okay, this is the guy who made
Snyder Shills.
No, but like to me, it's like okay, he made Dredd worked with the mask on top of him. And then at the same time or beforehand, he did Bones from Star Trek. and like honored what the original
He was
Bones
also
actor had.
wasn't he? What was his name on Thor? Scourge.
He's Scourge. Yeah.
He made
So,
that
like,
work too.
he
And
can
he
do a
looked younger.
vast stuff. So I'm very
but his
intrigued
role
to
was
see what he
minor
does.
as hell, man.
Yeah, he it was only like the footage of the trailer and then that last shot that's right out of the comics with the 2 AK-47s or machine guns, if you will.
Then he just dies.
Yeah, no, this is not a good casting. Again, he might be able to pull something off, but all I'm going to be seeing is Billy Butcher with a different accent and some
That's what I'm
tattoos.
saying.
So y'all think Mekhi Brooks is Jax was good casting? Because I wasn't for that casting until I saw him in the film.
I still don't think he was that good.
I do not.
was
I was
okay.
excited to see him. But does he play a convincing Jax?
No.
Not really.
I think he
Not
plays
really.
a convincing
Right?
Jax.
And that mustache was depressing.
Oh my gosh.
Jax has a mustache.
He looked like Steve
Yeah.
Harvey 20 years
Mekhi
ago,
Brooks.
bro.
Jax has had a mustache before. What's wrong with the mustache?
But he looked cool. This version
It
of
looks
Jax
like
looked
his
like
first
Steve
mustache.
Harvey in his teens, bro. No, it looked
I wish we
bad.
could have stayed with baby arms, Jax.
Ew, no,
stayed
that
with
shit
that.
looks so weird.
Dude, there's so much that they could do with this movie. Like they could genuinely make up for the one before.
Yeah,
I think they fucked
leave
up
the
that
dude.
first movie, bro.
Leave
'cause, like,
the dude. What's Cole? Leave Cole
too
with
late.
his
It's too late.
weird power that
it's
ain't
too late.
nothing but
He's going to be in it. He's going to be in it.
What is it? Just kinetic energy manipulation? Like he can,
Especially with him coming off of Cobra Kai.
just
No.
he could deal
He
back
can
when he
beat up
gets
to
like,
just
What was
push
his
it
name?
back
Louis
out.
Tan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Louis Tan.
Shatterstar. That's how I remember him.
Not a bad actor. Not a bad actor.
Oh, no,
but
he's
in
really
him in
good.
that role,
not a bad
hated it.
actor.
I
The
hated it.
character is just terrible. We didn't need an original
Yeah.
character in
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. He could have been anybody.
They said he only existed. Well, not only existed, but they said they didn't want to introduce Johnny Cage first. And I was like, you're stupid.
Mhm.
Because I'd have did that.
If you introduce Liu Kang and Kung Lao in the same movie, it's like why would it? Damn, Draven. Why would you introduce Johnny Cage? But then again, I guess they were really hoping to like do more than one movie, and they're like, all right, each movie will have their own moment of.
I have a
character
question,
on
growth.
the movie, bro.
You
Because the
kill
first
off-
movie,
Okay.
after the first half,
movie.
after the first half, I was like, you could turn this shit off. Like,
Okay, this is the thing though, right? So yes, as a whole, right, it's a bag of poo for the franchise, right? But there are some gems in it.
oh yeah, definitely.
The
Like I
opening.
said, the first
Raiden,
half.
Scorpion, yeah, Raiden, Scorpion. Like, how excited are you for actually get new?
I didn't like
Cyber?
that Raiden. I didn't like Raiden's casting. I did not like Raiden.
Oh, really?
I
Because it was
mean-
about goddamn time. It needed to happen. Like, finally.
I didn't like
Who
his
are you gonna
casting. He didn't seem old enough for me. He seems younger.
He's a
Then-
god.
Was he supposed to
He's
have
a
long
Cage.
white hair?
Yes.
He is a god.
So
Like you sit here needing to have wrinkles and shit, like just because
Yes.
he's been around for some years. No,
Yes.
that's crazy.
he didn't
I
give
mean-
Raiden energy though. Like to me, he didn't. But that's just me.
As a
What's the
person
actor's
who's-
name from Dragon Ball Evolution? What's his name? He was in the Killers. What's his name?
Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah, you would want him as Raiden?
Yes, that's Raiden. That's Raiden energy for me. Give
Oh
me
yeah,
Chow
he
Yun
is
Fat.
that old. Yeah, he has been around.
Chow
as long
Yun
as
Fat
Raiden
as
has.
Raiden.
As a
That-
person
that-
that hasn't played Mortal Kombat ever, I liked it. So
Oh, I
But
mean,
seriously,
Here's
though.
the thing. It's the same as Green Lantern, right? Good popcorn movie, but shit Green Lantern movie. Mortal Kombat. Like, if you take out how much you love the franchise, I can sit and enjoy the movie, right? But
that
then when
Green
you sit
Lantern
and think
movie up
about
outta
how
here.
much you love it,
It's weird because like this is Street Fighter. I think could have had the potential to do stuff like to me. Ming Na Wen
Street Fighter,
as
bro.
Chun Li, like if they were like, yo, let's do a Chun Li movie, do it properly.
I think it's
and,
too
like,
late though. She old.
Oh, the way she's been kicking ass as Fennec
Oh
Shan,
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no. I'm not saying but I'm
Yeah.
just saying she's a little older. I think they would, especially Street Fighter, they would probably want to go a little younger.
do that. Do old lady Lee or old lady
Oh, I
Chun Li.
mean,
Like,
they
oh, I
could.
would
Get Kristen
love
Krug
that
back.
idea.
Little old lady
Kristen Krug
cheap,
back for
like
Chun-Li.
Logan.
Kind of, yeah. Like I would.
That'd
No
be
pun
kind of
intended.
cool.
Killed for that. Like
Cool.
it's. Oh, like to me, that's been like the casting of like. I wish they would have done more with her and do one more thing with Chun-Li and whatnot. And I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe they'll just start doing a Fatal Fury or King of Fighters movie and see how that goes down the pipeline. Like I don't know. Like
A King of Fighters movie? Nah, I don't think that's happening.
We need another Tekken
a
movie.
virtual
What is-
fighter.
No, the Tekken franchise failed,
Oh
bro.
my
It was no way to do that shit, bro.
No, it's a way to redeem that. That movie was just trash.
No,
Like-
because then people gonna be like, "Oh, it's a knockoff Mortal Kombat." That's what people gonna say. Because those franchises are too similar. They're too similar. It's like if you do the movie, it's like what's really separates them.
You know where you can find Tekken at though, right? It went straight to Tubi.
I know it's probably on Tubi with all them other terrible. Oh no, actually, Tubi got a lot of good content on there.
There's some stuff they got, but like even just saying it, it's going straight to Tubi.
Yeah, Tubi it do sound bad. That's like a graveyard for content.
But you know they got two they have two movies because they did a prequel for Kazuya. But my thing is like
you would know this.
Y'all didn't try what that movie was. That movie, the Kazuya movie, looked like it was directed on somebody's iPhone. Like that is legit terrible. And then it's like y'all
the Tekken movie exists and turned that bullshit off.
It's like you don't even try with the the guy that played Jin. Like I can buy him as like a legit like Jin Kazama. The casting that they had for Raven was great. It's just everybody else was terrible. Like the Heihachi hair. What was that? Like what was your wardrobe budget? Like legitimate, it was terrible.
You probably didn't have none.
Let me see if I could find it.
You know something that I barely remember from my childhood? Did anybody remember the animated movie of Street Fighter?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I remember that. Like I was just like, this is it. And it's like animation, man.
That's how you said it. This is it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said. I just remember saying that. Yes, Tubi, the graveyard of content. That's exactly what I called it.
Talking about haircuts that don't line up, like this is my issue that I have with Creature Commandos, right? Because they're sitting there saying that, oh, like the people that we're getting in the show is everybody's going to be that we're getting in the thing. Frank Grillo does not look like Rick Flag Sr., okay? You got a big, broad, handsome dude with a big coif of hair, and then the brick face of Frank Grillo. Like, he looks like a brick wall. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's horrendous. There's no way that Frank Grillo is going to walk into a room and then some sexy princess is just going to go, you know what? I need him.
I'd do it.
Lance, what are you over there big backing on?
A strawberry shortcake.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was eating the egg roll.
Oh my God, Eddie Guerrero! I forgot they had him in there.
So
Wait,
like
is
Eddie, the weird vampire dude, and then Jin's in the middle. Brian Fury, and then they had Nina in here too. But look at Jin's hair is just floppy in this. But he makes a good Jin. Like I think he played. He was in a Rush Hour TV show. He was the Jackie Chan's character.
Lee
in the Rush Hour TV show. Like he's a great actor. If this movie just had a better script, I could buy it. Like the costumes are right.
Lance, I ain't gonna lie. You missed me with this.
Yeah, I've never seen this movie. I didn't even know there was a Tekken movie.
I've seen it. I
Get this shit off my
didn't know
screen.
there
Go
was a Rush
on
Hour
Tubi.
TV show.
Go on
That's
Tubi.
so bad.
I knew that guy looked familiar. So
Me watching it on Tubi is an insult to Tubi. I'm not watching it.
Dude, okay, so if I'm not mistaken, this movie came out in 2009, right? The Tekken one?
Yep.
2009.
Guess
Yeah.
what the Rotten Tomato is for it?
What is it?
0%.
Oh, I gave it 2. I gave it
So-
2. Damn.
So here's the thing: the guy who plays Eddie Gordo, his name is Lateef Crowder. He's one of the guys who plays the Mandalorian in the show and on the set.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
Pedro provides the
he is.
voice, but Lateef Crowder and Brendan Wayne are the guys who are on the set.
They do the
playing Mando
set
for the
stuff.
most part.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him. I was like, I'm like, wait a minute, that guy looks familiar, but I don't want to presume. So I'm like, let me double check.
Because I used to wonder how Pedro used to do all of that stuff. I'd be like, hold on, how he filming all this stuff? And then when I found out, I was like, that's actually smart because he don't take his helmet off. So you just have him do the voice stuff, and then when you need him on set, he actually gets in the suit and stuff. I actually thought
You
that
ever notice he gets smaller in some scenes?
he do be smaller in some scenes. I ain't gonna lie.
What I recall is
that's
that the first
ruining it.
season. What happened?
Nothing. I'm just saying. I just like. Obviously, you have to take that, right? But then all of the credit that we keep giving him now needs to be going elsewhere.
Oh no! To me, one of the best stuff out of season 3, if I'm not mistaken, is when they started giving Brendan and Lateef like title card credits at the end of the credits with all the content. Like, to me, that was the big thing. And like personally, and I love them, I would want Pedro on set in the suit most of the times.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, I don't know what's been the behind the scenes stuff, but what I had heard was that like season 1, he was part of it in the suit because at the same time he was doing a play. Season 2, he was more on set, and then between season 2 and 3, stuff I guess had happened.
Yeah,
and he said,
"Yeah, I know what you're talking about." Yeah,
I'll do mostly voiceover stuff, and then Lateef could do the kung fu stuff, and then Brendan can do the cowboy stuff. And I'm like, if it works, it works. But
yeah, I was about to say that actually works.
Yeah, but then again, like if I'm Pedro, and there's a new movie coming out next year, and Sigourney Weaver's in it, I would at least want to be in one scene present on the set with Sigourney Weaver if I'm going to be performing with her. I don't know if that's true to yet, but like at the
best believe when that Dave Filoni movie come out, whatever it is, not the Mando and Grogu thing, but the one with like
Heir to the Empire, if you will.
With Ahsoka and all them. Best believe Pedro ass gonna be in that suit. I guarantee he's gonna be in it. He's gonna be in that goddamn suit, bro. I'm telling you, he not missing out on that.
And it made sense because they had shot The Last of Us for the whole first season for, I think they said 8 months, 9 months. Because they took like a month per episode, which I'm like, oh yeah, his ass was stuck in Canada.
Yeah. Speaking of, they finished that goddamn Mando and Grogu thing. Where's like no promotion, no, because they filmed it and no one knew until they displayed it at the what was it, D23 or something? D23. Like that? Yeah, and nobody knew they was even filming. It was like, what the fuck? I didn't know they was filming. Usually I would hear something. But
so from what I've been hearing is that I think for now, because I'm not mistaken, they probably have finished filming, or they're about to be finished filming by the time.
They said that it was done.
They're done? Okay.
It wrapped up already, yeah.
So I think they're really taking the whole year to polish that movie to make sure that like VFX are out the wazoo. And like, proceed with caution, because there's some stuff that's out in the internet that I was just like, what? And I think if they play it well, it might be a huge hit beyond just, people are gonna go watch it or not, but like it might be a decent addition to the lore. And a good starting point for a film.
I'm hyped for it though. Like I think it's gonna be good.
Like, I'm hyped for it too, man.
And they can do stuff. You don't need to watch Star Wars. Shut up. Anyway.
Oh. I wanted you were supposed to start Star Wars with me, sir, but I guess I'm not important.
I gave the idea last week that we can do live streams and do like watch-alongs. I ain't say we're starting yet. We gotta wait till everybody's schedule get fixed and what day to do it and stuff like that.
Where would you start? I want to know this.
That is a very good question.
Well, with y'all, the concept between y'all is like which show, what movie would you start?
Well, he probably knows Anakin's story, right?
It's not the point though. So I think you would have to go release order.
If he knows Anakin's story, I would start
probably
with
episode 4.
6.
No, episode 4. We would have
do 4, I said 5?
4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Do it like that.
Saying the exact same thing.
You said 4 through 6, sir.
I said 4, 5, and 6. That's episode 4.
Ronan said do 4, 5, then do 1, 2, 3, then do 6. That's not the same thing.
Yeah. You get the big, he's the father, and then you spend time, what the fuck happened to the father? And then the 6 is like, all right, well, how does it
makes a lot of sense.
That's not how I watched it.
Well, that's because I did all Star Wars fans. That's different.
I did it from 4.
That is interesting.
I did 4, 5, and 6, and then I did 1, 2, and 3. I did it correct.
Yeah, that's how I did it, because at the time I was just growing up. But like whenever I rewatch them, I'm like, try it that way because it's a good way to like echo stuff of like what happened to this galaxy. Why does it look so old and lived in? It was like, well, at one point it was shiny.
Honestly, the original cut of episode 6 leaves the mystery of who Anakin is. Like, if you watch the original episode 6, there's a different actor.
We know
Yeah, at the
that.
time they shot an
Anakin.
old man.
That's
Yeah.
The
That's
guy
where it
we
should
still
be.
we still know it's Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, like,
I mean,
Yeah,
they made it more
definitely.
obvious,
By
but
the end of six.
we know who it is when he died.
Yeah. It's not like
Yeah,
it's like,
but
hey, here's this
Why
old
did
man.
they change it? Like, I get it, but like physically, Anakin would still age even though he in the suit. Like, what the fuck? He would just
I'm
be
guessing
old.
over
It-
past 2005.
wait. I think
okay.
the greatest explanation that I can find is that it's because Anakin technically died when he became the Sith.
I'm not doing
Like,
this.
because of what
Right? No. Okay. No. Do you know why that's
But
bullshit?
stuff like that
Because
gonna piss me off. No, don't do it.
dark side Force users still are able to have like Force ghosts and be like have an afterlife. So to sit there and say that any representation past a certain point or however
I mean, you
however
can't
pivotal
kill
in his
yourself.
life is nonsense.
I mean,
No,
I mean,
like,
Vader
can
technically
technically-
did. He
what,
touched
that
a big
terrible
ass
jump?
fuse box, got lit up, and then threw Palpatine down the thing.
both
Doing-
spiritually and physically, he killed himself.
Yeah, that was.
No, again, because then
I'm
you would say that any dark force user that is a spirit would then not be able to exist.
I would say, like,
Just
if
be-
they
like-
died as a Sith, they can't do the Force stuff. But if they if they change their ways, like
Lance looks so lost.
if they change their ways at the last minute and become Anakin
fuck
again,
off. Okay, so just a deathbed confessional, and I love Jesus, and we're all good. No, it doesn't work that way.
Lance, do you know
Yeah,
who midichlorians are?
I actually hated that. Like,
Do I
that
know who
with
the
Anakin.
Mandalorians are?
No, who midichlorians are. What midichlorians are? Do you know what that is?
I'm just gonna be completely honest. Saying midichlorians,
Just say no, please. Don't embarrass yourself.
Oh,
Don't do it.
man.
Oh,
Just don't do
the midichlorians are a race
it. No,
in Star
stop.
Wars.
No, they're not.
He googled that shit. He googled that shit up.
There's
Very
no way,
wrong.
bro.
I don't even know how to
Very wrong.
spell that.
I actually hate the midichlorian thing, bro. I actually don't like it, but
Oh,
it's there. It's there. It exists.
But I'll tell you what I do. I'll tell you what I do know about Star Wars just by saying a bunch of random words. Finn, the redhead kid, Ray. Yep, Ray. The redhead kid from the Force Awakens games, I believe.
Cal
Cal
Kestis, the Force, lightsaber.
I ain't gonna lie, you just disrespected the GOAT Cal Kestis like
Darth-
that, bro.
Darth Vader.
I know, right?
Lance,
Thank you, whoever did that.
Yeah, bro. He gotta go after that, bro. That was disrespectful.
Darth Vader.
And then he came back and continued.
I got a hot take.
Amandla Stan.
I got a hot
That
take.
wasn't a
about
good
Star
one to
Wars.
cut him out on because I love acting.
Whoa, who got a hot take? Wait, who?
I do. I got a
Phil's
hot
got
take.
a hot take.
Oh shit, I want to hear it.
ah,
Okay.
shit.
Kylo
Wait.
Ren is more powerful than Darth Vader was in his prime.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I had someone.
I agree.
I made someone so mad by saying that. They were like, "What do you mean? He was the chosen one." The blah 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 blah. And I'm
I
just
agree
like,
with you because a lot of people don't read like the comics and stuff. So physically, if you just look at the first 3 movies and then you look at Kylo, you're like, no, like Kylo's extremely more powerful.
100%.
Phil just woke up some
No,
fans who were taking that. They're like, "What?"
Yeah, no. That's not right. Let's
Oh
just say
my
that.
gosh, here we go. Here go Darth.
Yeah, because that's not correct, right? Because, like,
I mean,
let's
okay,
be
so
real.
when
Let's-
okay,
no, wait.
so,
We're
no.
talking about
I'm
anger.
trying to get
Hang on.
exactly. I'm trying to get exactly what he meant. Like, did you mean like just in the Force or physical peak?
Both,
Both.
probably.
Both.
Okay,
see, he's
Force,
talking
Force
crazy.
maybe not. Physically, I'll give it to Kylo, but Force wise, I don't know. Cause we don't get really like we don't get Vader doing no cool shit because it's limited by the 80s. So it's like
Okay.
we don't really
Okay.
get nothing.
Just because Adam Driver had some like rock hard pecs or whatever, shirtless in one scene, does not.
That was
make
my
him
favorite
stronger.
scene, by the way.
If we're talking about
That doesn't
physically,
make him.
Darth, like he is physically
No, but
stronger.
dude,
Unfortunately,
look at Anakin. The second he got off the bed with Anakin, Padme, like
Is that
he ain't
peanut
no
butter,
like.
Phil?
no, like we're talking about Vader in the suit though. Like we can't separate it. Like he's
Okay. So then,
in
even
the suit.
more, not only has he got like machine strength, right? He also has the strength that he's added on.
Yeah, but
By
he's still
being
limited.
himself.
Like he's hooked up to a machine. If you cut the machine ligaments up, he gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, if they cut his power supply that he was breathing.
Yeah, like the breathing thing. If they cut that up, it's over.
But that's a part of who Darth Vader is.
No, I get it. I'm just saying physically.
And strengths, right? Because like the fact that he had limbs chopped off, killed the love of his life, and lost his brother, right? All of those things are constantly
let's not
fueling his
forget that
anger.
he got fricassee,
Like,
bro. Oh my gosh.
The fact that he is in constant agony because of the suit, which is then propelling his dark side force powers even more. The guy is just an abominable threat. Okay.
Okay, I got a question, right?
Kylo Ren is like some bitch emo.
I'm not debating that.
That's so reductive, though. That's so reductive.
I know. It really is. It really is.
That's very reductive. Because
Kylo Ren, hang on. Kylo Ren, let's take it seriously.
Yeah, this is going to be a separate video. Oh, I'm getting so many clicks on this.
Kylo Ren.
Let me make the thumbnail now.
A talented Force user who also has legacy Force blood inside of him. Okay,
he's
let's
also
not
a
forget
die in
that
the Force with Rey Skywalker. That's something Anakin Skywalker doesn't have. Look, Anakin Skywalker is very potent with the Force. I'm not denying any of that. But Kylo Ren is equal to, if not more, potent with the Force. The Force Awakens was proof of that.
Why? Just because he has a die with someone, like if he's not with them, like all he's doing is talking distance. Do you know what I mean? Like the die doesn't mean anything if you're not actual with them.
No, but the thing is like they were able to wield the Force and communicate with each other by way of the Force. It doesn't matter if it's without the person. The fact they were still able to do it is pretty astonishing, nonetheless.
Astonishing.
No, that shit was dope when he put the lightsaber behind or whatever, or she did it, and he just got that bitch. I was like, that was dope as fuck.
Listen, one of the dopest things Darth Vader ever did was in a fucking comic book. You don't even see it on screen. He's surrounded by a bunch of rebels who were chopped liver comparatively to any other one with a lightsaber, and he goes, the rebels or scummas are just like, oh, you're surrounded, Darth Vader, drop your weapon. And Darth Vader's like, oh, the only thing I'm surrounded by is fear. And then he ignites his lightsaber and says, "In dead men." And then you get a whole splash page of Darth Vader going ham on a bunch of rebels. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but that's in a comic book. That's not visually canon. Whatever way you want to spin it doesn't matter. The same could be said about Kylo Ren and his upbringing entirely through comics. There's a whole lot of badass shit that happens there, but again, it's all canonical to comic books, not what's on screen.
Right. But then we're also talking like wholesale characters, right? We're not just talking just movies, we're talking comic books, games, like everything that like encompasses the character. Right?
I suppose. Depending on where you're coming from.
Therefore, right? But then
then like if we comparing comics and stuff too, we don't get a fair gauge at it. So we kind of have to compare just the live action stuff. Like live action and animation. Because like in the comics, like we don't have a lot for Kylo, especially in the movies, because the sequel trilogy only takes place within like what, a year or two or some shit like that.
A few years. It's a time.
Yeah, like is we don't have a lot. At least with Vader, we saw him as Anakin and see him grow in his power and stuff like that.
I would argue the physicality that we get with Vader is the fact that like the guy was created in the 70s, right? If he was made now, right? The physicality and the power that we
the fans would hate him.
Completely different. It'd be completely different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he is
definitely
like for them to try and keep it canon and actually make sense,
bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I get it. I get it.
So I have a question.
It would be more coming
okay.
Here
was my question, Darth.
Wait. Because as well, just having one specific power, right? Say for example, like battle meditation, right? Just because you might be skilled in that versus other people, right? Who like Cal Kestis, who has like 4 sense and stuff, and then could detect like a whole bunch of shit. One power doesn't make you more powerful than everybody else. It just means that you're.
I never said that. I don't agree with that.
No. I'm just talking about Phil's point, right?
So
the fact that he has I won't fucking battle meditation. What was it? It was the power you said like a minute ago.
You talking about the Force dyad?
I was just after that.
Meditation.
Like,
Anyway, I
that's
think
the point. Like, he's not
you-
extra special.
neither is Darth
there are
Vader,
a bunch of
but neither is Darth Vader.
Just
Just because
only
a suit
special in the sense that the Force picked him.
that's no, it's not. That's not entirely how that worked. Because
Okay,
it wasn't
so
the,
I
it
hate
wasn't
that.
the,
I
it wasn't the
fucking hate
Force
the
that
chosen
picked him, because it was Palpatine who manipulated everything, and even then, that's only canon through a fucking comic book. Palpatine manipulated the midi-chlorians inside of Padme to make Anakin Skywalker a fucking
that's not real. That's a dream sequence. That's not a real thing.
No, it's
If
not.
you're talking,
It's in a comic book.
I didn't read those comics, so I can't really debate.
It is a very recent one, but yes, Palpatine pretty
okay.
much confirmed that he was the one who fucking made Anakin Skywalker inside of Padme. He
you talk
manipulated
about that swirl around Padme and then like the thing.
No,
inside.
I am talking
about
about
Shmi.
I'm
Y'all
I'm
keep
talking
saying
about
Padme.
Shmi Skywalker. No,
Shmi,
I'm
yeah,
talking about
Shmi.
Shmi Skywalker.
Me from Peter Pan,
I'm so
No.
over it. It's no way.
Mr. Shmi.
Shmi. Oh, I love Bob Haskins.
He got kicked out again.
I love Bob Haskins. Oh my god.
Hey, but
No.
seriously though, I know about Padme. I know about Emperor Palpatine. That's an evil guy. Kind of looks like Donald Trump. I know about
He
all
kind
that.
of do. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he does.
Minus the orange hair.
But no, Palpatine manipulated the midichlorians inside Shmi Skywalker to make Anakin Skywalker, a trait he learned from Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, no. See, this is from what I've learned. This is a dream sequence.
It's not a dream sequence.
I'm getting it.
The understanding I had. The understanding I had
do
from
numbers.
Right. So yeah. So this is the thing. Right. Hang on. Right. I need to double check this because my understanding came from a thing from Legends where it was Palpatine and Plagueis manipulating. They basically.
Well, Legends isn't canon, so
Legends isn't canon. I'm referring
Legends
to a very.
Legends of Tomorrow.
I'm referring to a very current Marvel comic that is canon to the Del Rey timeline.
Star Wars is Marvel.
Yes.
It's under
Marvel's putting out the comics.
The comics.
So when is Iron Man gonna show up?
Yeah. No,
It's
I've
not
seen
like
this.
that, sir.
I've seen this, and I
Okay.
got told this.
Copyright infringement.
So Iron Man hasn't showed up, but there was a slight crossover out in the galaxy of Star Wars. You actually see the Leviathan creatures from the Avengers out in the outer space. Yeah. So like they're canonically like
something like that. You know.
yeah, they're intrinsically connected somehow, some way.
I don't know.
You know, some goofy shit.
Anyways, Lance, you're gonna love Star Wars.
Yep.
You'll love it, but it's gonna be a whole bunch of shit. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck does this mean?" Or does this even make sense?
Which is why I always tell people
I hate
like,
the Chosen One prophecy. So like, I'm not even an Anakin fan. I love Luke more.
which is why I said the whole thing about 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. I tell people nowadays, I'm like, you know what? Something like Rebels or Mandalorian is a great way to start and get into it and be like, all right, this is cool, smooth. I can get into this. And then if you get curious, well, there was the Clone Wars. That's a whole saga on itself. And then what happened to these folks? Well, there's the movie.
Shit,
so.
I got another hot take. I think Clone Wars and Rebels are better than the prequels. I'll watch those over the prequels any day. I'm sorry.
Counterpoint. I think Rebels and Clone Wars make the prequels more better and watchable.
Elevation.
I agree with that.
I'll take that.
But I won't disagree with you in saying that Clone Wars and Rebels are better than the prequels in the sense that they're better written. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like better written, like the story is better. Like I think it's better.
Yeah. Then again, how fair is that of a comparison? You have
that's true. That's true.
Versus like 7-8 seasons for Rebels and then 7 or 8 seasons for Clone Wars and then 4 seasons for Rebels.
That's true. But yeah.
Do you guys think that Anakin's chosen path was completed when he basically made Luke and Leia?
No.
Hell no.
No, his path was completed when he took out Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
But he didn't really, because
he did.
Because he technically came back.
I mean,
Doesn't
that
matter.
happens in Legends too. So I mean, because a lot of people be like, "Oh, it undoes his redemption arc." Well, did you feel like that in the books? Well, y'all just thought it was cool. Y'all just hate.
But you're
misunderstanding.
the thing is, he's fundamentally misunderstanding what happened. All Anakin Skywalker was meant to do by way of that dumb prophecy was bring balance to the Force. What did he do at that time? He took out Emperor Palpatine.
That didn't mean Palpatine had to stay gone forever.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dalton Bell, that's a crazy ass hot take. You can.
How does the new mic sound? By the way, I'm testing something out.
It
you tell me.
Okay.
It don't sound like you're plugged in.
You sound fine, white privilege Wolverine. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, shut up! Not as cool, Batman.
Thank you.
Quickly, right? I am, in fact, the writer, Matt, and I worked closely on this series. And at this point in particular, I hate explaining stuff in my work in too much detail, but you need to understand the scenario that's happening here. The dark side is not a reliable narrator.
I'm confused. What's going on?
Lucasfilms has also debunked that is not entirely canon, right?
Wait, what are we talking about?
Palpatine film. Okay.
Oh, I didn't read this comic, so that's not my conversation. Yeah, I'm
that whole
see
thing
my way out.
Ain't what you're reading on the page. Is what I keep trying to tell everybody. Right? It's still a mystery. Okay. What is the whole thing with Legends and the fact that it was the Force answering, because basically there was a ritual done by Plagueis and Palpatine in which they were trying to level up their dark side powers, at which point the Force answered back with the birth of Anakin, right?
Yeah,
that's not entirely canon.
Doesn't matter.
That's what was coming out my face, right? That is not entirely canon either, but neither is that. It's like a mix of both and somewhere in between, right? They haven't fully landed on what it is.
They're bringing some stuff from Legends and making them canon. Hence, EO Thrawn was canon in Legends, and then they said no more, and then Rebels came along and they're like, well, he is just not in the time period that you'd have thought of, but now that circumstances and events have occurred, and Thrawn now appearing in Ahsoka in this era, it's like, well, you could technically still do that, just in a different perspective. And I think, yes, the comics now are canon, but I tell folks sometimes that sometimes I don't even read them and wait till trades, because if you take a look at it very clearly, sometimes they alter events or points of views, if you will, from live action to comics. For example, Yoda's saber. I think events with Darth Vader and stuff went out. Like, there's some stuff that isn't consistent, and yes, there is consistency. So it's like,
oh, Jake left.
Different perspectives with the comics, but. Yeah.
Okay. So to pivot from Star Wars that I will be watching.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanna pit, and thanks to Taj for starting that riveting conversation. I'll make sure I'll give him credit in the description of the video. I'll make sure he's well known for that.
Don't be getting me a whole bunch of hate.
Causing me further embarrassment because you're always telling people I didn't watch Star Wars. Okay, they know it.
You didn't. That ain't my fault. That's yours.
That's also true. But anywho, you know what I did?
Blame on me,
you know what I did watch?
This black on black crime.
You know what I did watch? Who all watched Invincible this week except Phil, because Phil hates it.
Oh yeah. Oh, what?
I ain't gonna lie. I only watched the first episode or two. I forgot.
Let's fucking go.
All I'm gonna say is, yeah, I'm glad it's back. I do see what Phil was talking about when they get lazy with animation.
The character designs, yes.
The character design for the random Indian woman,
the mother of the Titan.
It was literally Mark's mom.
You just color swapped in Asian. You just colored her brown and put a dot in the middle of her head. That was so lazy. How did they let that fly?
Because sadly, from what I've heard of, not particularly that project, but a lot of stuff I keep hearing from animation is that even in the year 2025, animation still has a tight budget, and they either don't plan it out well, or they just squeeze out the money from folks at pivotal points and whatnot. So it's not a new concept to reuse the character design, but yeah, you would think that really in 2025 we couldn't make one more different design.
You couldn't try to make it look slightly different at all. But other than that, I did like the fact that we legitimately saw Mark doing a training montage. You saw as he started to bulk up. They didn't start it out where he was like just fully like, you know, fully huge and jacked. Cecil was legitimately working with him, which made his crash out even more tragic, because it's like you were just all for this guy. Like you were just all for this guy a couple of days ago. And now it's just you see like he's doing something questionable and you're pissed. For on one end, I get why Mark is mad, but on the other end, I get why Cecil did the way he did. Like did what he did, especially when you see Cecil's backstory and see, you know, what happened with him. I see it from both sides.
Yes.
Well, I would argue that given Cecil's backstory, that he should have been more willing to accept
the state of play
Mark's
slate
argument.
leaked. It's all Bloodborne.
No way.
Oh, no fucking way. Wow.
No, this is a troll. This is troll.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Because it's Bloodborne PC4, Bloodborne Remastered, Bloodborne 2, Bloodborne Cart, Bloodborne Forbidden Blessed,
Hey,
Bloodborne The Way of Water.
You're telling me you wouldn't buy that?
No, but anyway, yeah. Sorry. Go on, Darth Bunny. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry. Just that like he already had the principles that Mark is like standing for. Do you know what I mean? So he should have been incredibly more open and accepting to the argument. He should have known what to say without having to need the years in prison, which he did. Do you know what I mean? Because he's lived that experience, so he should know the right things to say to Mark to explain his point, right? So he was wrong on every instance, right? Because again, even if he's just trying to incapacitate Mark, you don't have to fully invade his body. You can put it in infrastructure all around the planet to make like a complete set.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was
he chose
crazy.
the worst option on every level.
Yeah.
Aside from
and
the fact,
his
like,
dialogue,
he's
throwing it about his dad and stuff, and like
his dad,
it's just like,
everything.
No.
He was gaslighting Mark in the White Room, though. Like he was gaslighting him. I'm like, you're egging him on. Why would you egg him on? Which is why every time
shit scared of you.
Which is why every time him and Mark came face to face, I'm glad Mark was on demon time with Cecil. Every time he just grabbed him by the neck, respectfully. Hey, Mark, go that extra mile. He wants you to do it anyway. Either way,
it's fine if you respectfully grab someone by the neck.
Yeah,
as long as you're respectful about it.
Honestly, either way it goes, and Taj warned me about this with Oliver. You're scared of Mark? No, be scared of this little purple thing. Be scared of this kid.
Well, no, Oliver's a demon, bro.
This the one you got to worry about.
And you rocking the bow with Debbie isn't gonna help, because she's the one that's like making sure that stuff is at, you know, cool heads right now. And yeah, what's weird with Cecil and Mark, that like you're both boneheads, and they won't admit it. They won't admit that they can be boneheads. And even at one point, Mark says like Cecil was right about Angstrom. He was right about that. And but thank God Eve is part of his life. Thank God.
That was funny though, because he's like, that's different. I said, no, it's not. That's not different. You beat that man in cold blood. Like you blacked out and just kept going. Because he was he was threatening. Yes, he was threatening your mother. Yes, he hurt your mother. Yes, he came after Oliver. Yes, he was a threat. But you didn't have to go that far.
And he realized that when it happened, he was like, holy shit, I just went, the part of the Viltruman in me just activated fully.
Yeah.
Like, and I blacked out for an instance. And I love the conundrum. I love that with the show and the book. Like,
have y'all been seeing all the recent hate online lately? About how they did Amber or whatever when it comes to the whole romance stuff. Like people don't like that. It's like they was like she felt like the disposable black girlfriend trope, and people are like pissed about that. I've been seeing it lately. Yeah, I've been seeing it.
I haven't seen it at all.
I've seen it a few times. It's mainly coming from females, but you know.
I didn't like what she had done in the first season, but then again, I respected her stance. Doesn't mean I liked it and whatnot. So I'm like, really? Like, if anything, it's again perspective, not black but brown. But like, I'm like, and especially how these first three episodes played out. I'm like, they went in the most adult way possible in the respective regards of like, yeah, we had a thing going on, but like we were just two different
Right.
worlds that couldn't balance it out well. And like even she admitted that like you two know more how to balance it out than we would ever have done. And she also moved on.
I thought it was fine too, but I was just asking, did anybody see the outrage? Because
I have not seen it.
No,
I was
have
like,
not- I
why
have
everybody
not
that
seen
mad
it.
about it?
I might look into it. I want to see that
I was
perspective.
like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I'm like, I mean, he doesn't end up with Amber, so I mean, they're doing the fucking. It's
Probably because they
animation,
were
it's
struggling
not-
to find something else to be
You
mad
know,
about,
people
so they
just
had to
want
land on
something
that.
to talk about.
Yeah,
They
I
had
was
to
like,
land
this
on
time,
that.
I was like, this time it's not about race. I was like, I'm black. I didn't feel no type of way about this.
Me
Like, I'm
either.
like,
And Mark
come on, man.
tried for 2 fucking seasons. He
Yeah, and it
tried
just
to make
didn't
it
work. Like, what the fuck?
And they
get it.
legitimately they were in a good place. They were in a good place last season.
And then
It's
Anissa.
it's the whole thing with Nisa and
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh!
her being in
Oh
danger.
my gosh! When that
And that's a whole nother thing that I don't want to talk about, but like it's gonna get cray if they do that. Like,
yo, I got some more shoes.
Hey Phil, you watch Invincible? Any thoughts?
oh
I
Jesus
I
Christ.
got some yesterday.
Jake, why are you poking the bear?
Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all my shoes.
Phil's gonna
Leave him
cuss
be.
you out.
I don't answer stupid questions.
But you talked to. Never mind.
You? Yeah, I know.
Nah, there was like 5 other people I was gonna name.
Oh. But seriously though, like I think that this season is off to a great start.
Mhm.
Other than like the ooh, nice. Other than
Big ass smile.
Other than the
I
mishap
got the
with
Wendy's, bro. These the
I'm
customs,
happy.
the
I'm
aliens on the
fucking
back.
happy for all my friends who like Invincible. The animation ain't great though.
the only thing, like when they messed up with that, I have to send Draven that clip. I legitimately turned to my wife and said, did they just color swap his mom? Like, I need to find that. Like
The last time I felt something like that was when they were releasing the Black Chrysanthemum figure for Star Wars, and they literally just used the model for Chewie and put it black
and just made it black. Yeah,
I'll never
that's
forget seeing
right.
that and be like, wow, somebody in marketing and toys copy and paste it in 4K.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Fucked up. Yeah. What
Yeah.
else is new?
Oh,
that was really,
somebody
really
got lazy.
bad. Like I said, like that had to be the laziest thing, and like it's no way they're sitting back just like thinking like, okay, yeah, that was good. Like, who approved that? Like, who approved that? Honestly, who sat back and said, oh yeah, that's good? Who said yeah?
And
Maybe
you would
it's
think
Amazon.
from Prime Video, the company owned by Jeff Bezos, you would think that they would have enough moolah, but apparently someone's not.
I think that was just a
peanuts
lazy
right.
decision they made.
Yeah,
I think
That was
it
for sure a
like,
lazy decision
you know,
made because I looked up who does the animation for it. I think it's Skydance through God
Oh,
damn it.
really?
Yeah, Skydance opened up like a whole wing just for animation alone.
Huh.
It's
Speaking of animation,
let's see.
they releasing
is-
Funko Pops for Ed Nettie. I'm gonna get them.
Yeah, Skybound
Boom.
animation.
Hilarious.
Skydance.
Yeah, Skybound because that's
What have they done?
Robert
They do
Kirkman.
the game as well, don't they?
I don't give a shit if they did the game or not. Yeah, it's just lazy as fuck is what it is. It looks really cheap. It makes Young Justice season 3 and 4 look like masterpiece by comparison. It's just
What the
not
hell
great.
is this?
And that's
okay,
saying
so
something.
this is for Draven, and I know he's still in here somewhere being a creep. This is for Draven. Proof that I had an issue with the animation.
You might get hit with copyright.
Yeah, be careful.
Oh no, you don't. The sound off.
No, he's fine.
Yeah, if the sound off, you Gucci.
Garbage. Pure and utter garbage animation.
I said out loud, she looks like Indian Debbie.
I mean,
Damn, that's a soundbite.
I said she looks like Indian Debbie. Are they slacking on the animation?
You know what else is a great soundbite? Tee. What you guys laughing for? What's so funny?
Why?
At the 5th hour.
What did I do?
Why?
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
But yes, I like the animation. I don't give a fuck. I love you. I love you, Phil.
I still think it's a good show.
Because you like mediocre content. What?
No,
No,
I have a
range.
question. You like
I have
you
range.
don't like this animation, but you're okay with the Spider-Man animation?
Oh,
no,
God.
no. He and I. Funny enough, that's the one where like, even this one feels funky because, and I think Phil, if I'm not mistaken, you're with me in terms of design. You're with it, but animation mix. Oof.
So if we're gonna pivot to that, like,
Wait, what's Spider-Man? The new one?
Yeah,
Yes.
from the
This-
neighborhood.
this
From
is
the
gonna
neighborhood,
be-
yeah.
No, we're just gonna
Well-written.
pivot to the other animated show, and then we're gonna talk about
Well-written.
Cat 4.
it's got well written stories going on. Like the storytelling is really well written. The voice acting is phenomenal, amazing, even pun intended. The visual style of it is Steve Ditko
Astonishing.
inspired, that's clear.
It's
If you could say
spectacular.
that.
It's ultimate, and it's amazing. Whereas the animation itself is just an eyesore.
Clunky. It's clunky.
It's stiff. It's
Yeah.
very like, bland and uneasy on the eyes. It's like, look, you guys are coming off of X-Men 97 and then you give us this.
Yeah. Did
They
y'all see the
took
release
the
clip
what if
of
animation.
Daredevil fighting Spider-Man?
Oh
yeah,
man.
that clip been out.
It looked pretty
Yeah.
bad. I was like, eh.
Oh,
This
there's a
is
clip
kinda
of Daredevil
rough.
fighting Spider-Man? No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want to look.
Yeah,
I'll wait till
I
tomorrow.
was
Don't
watching it and I was like,
Especially the movements on Daredevil. It's
the
like,
movement, yeah, it was pretty bad. I was like, yeah, they should have went a different animation route. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but you got two street fighting, like the choreography need to be good.
it makes me miss, like, it just makes me miss 90s Spider-Man in a series animated Daredevil, and it's like, how was that animation so much better?
There's a group that I follow that kept saying that like this would have been dealt better if design wise was in 2D hand drawn.
Yeah.
And it was in that style, like that would have fitted better than this one because again, it's the Spider-Verse bit rate that I'm like that's what makes Spider-Verse unique with that bit rate. Like not like
But
this.
I
at
mean,
least
y'all
for
know
me.
why the animation has been lacking in terms of just in general nowadays is because it's cheaper to do instead of people hand drawn because it take time. Like, unfortunately, that's just where we are. And
I mean, you can have that slower animation if the right art style is combined with it, but
yeah, because X-Men 97 did it.
Yeah, because if you mix the wrong art style with, like, if you mix, A art style with B animation, it's not necessarily going to look great all the time.
Boys, I rewatched Nightcrawler doing his powers in 97.
It looks so good.
That Nightcrawler Wolverine sequence where they're bringing the guy through the vamp. Oh my god! I mean, my jaw was on the floor watching.
I rewatched that the other day, like just that episode.
I've been thinking about them. I've been thinking about the X-Men lately. Like, and I'm like,
Yes.
even
I can't
forget episode 5, which is the one that everybody talks about, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
To me, man, it was the Mexico Cemetery, Dia de los Muertos with Rogue and Nightcrawler, like that. I'm like, God damn,
that episode was good, but like it wasn't even that moment for me. It was the end when she got one shot by the by the fucking Sentinel.
When
That
she
animation
threw
was
Oliver
so
out the
cold.
window, and it's just like, what the fuck?
And she's like, well, you guys are supposed to be the good guys. Well, you have me instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, when Morph turned into
she basically
Quicksilver,
told Cap to piss off.
Oh damn it!
and she threw a shield into the mountains.
The clip just came up on my feed. Oh god.
Yeah, you watching
no.
it? It's rough. It's rough.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
it's really clunky.
This is bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I saw it earlier and I was like, y'all were doing good, but
This is like the cheapest camera movements, the cheapest anime. Oh my gosh!
Guys, Phil loves Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. The animation's so great.
And
the
again,
thing is,
another
the show was good. It's just
another example of like
No, the show is great.
multi-billion-dollar company owns this, and it's like this is what like
they being cheap, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, look at what they was making in like 2010. We had Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That
Yeah,
show was
Earth's Mightiest Heroes,
amazing.
it's
No,
Spectacular
Earth-
Spider-Man, you had
Earth-
Wolverine and the X-Men. Like,
The Fantastic Four show, World's Greatest Heroes.
Yep.
Fuck, dude! Oh my god! That. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's really rough.
Yeah.
I like the way it looks when it's standing still, but when it's in motion,
Dude, even my last X wasn't that rough. My god.
Yeah, I started rewatching like the old 90s.
Man, is that why you sent her my way?
Wow.
Wow.
What the fuck?
That is crazy.
My exes may be something, but they definitely have better standards than you, Jake. Come on.
No.
They were with you. What does that say?
More than you.
Golly.
This is World Star.
Anyways,
No, don't worry.
I started rewatching.
No, don't worry. We
90s
don't fight on stream.
Spider-Man, bro. Like
No,
that
we
show
don't.
was so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I
Honestly,
need them to bring that back. Bring that back, please.
The animation.
Yeah.
Which one, Tosh?
The 90s
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
animation for this reminds me a hell of a lot of the 2003 show with Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, the MTV one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one where I like storytelling. I like how it looks when it's standing still, but the motion. Ugh.
Yeah, the motion is just,
Motion is tough. Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't great. Nope.
When that finale happened in '97 and they showed Peter and MJ, I literally was like, don't do this to me. You give me hopes that you might do
But
that.
it's not even that.
Oh, yeah.
Like in that style, I was like, because there was so many other heroes that popped up. I was like, do an Avengers show like that.
Right.
Like that takes place in the 97 universe. Do Cloak and Dagger. They looked amazing. They're
For a second, we got Mr. Fantastic.
They already
Cloak and
established a lot
Dagger?
of those heroes in those projects 25, 30 years back.
You had Cloak and
Right.
Dagger. You had Doctor Doom. You had Black Panther. Peter and MJ. I
Right.
think they showed Doctor Strange.
Doctor
Daredevil.
Strange,
he was doing
Iron
soldiers.
Man.
Like
Iron
all of
Man,
these
Captain
amazing fucking
Oh,
Marvel characters.
technically.
They look. God damn you! They look incredible, and
Yeah.
it's just fucking beautiful. And Marvel's like, oh, we're just gonna give you a little something, but we're not gonna like invest in
They
all
need
of this.
to. They tripping.
Ugh.
They can develop a
what's
whole
the timeline
universe
on
like this.
Spider-Man being there though, right? Because he's off. Like where we left him, he's off, like chasing Carnage.
Looking for MJ, right?
Well, that's because that show.
Well,
they
no.
did,
This
Well,
show,
no,
in a roundabout way, answers that question. He
Yeah.
inevitably found
He
MJ.
found her.
That's what
Yeah,
I was
because the
saying. Like,
Carnage
is it
thing
in,
was
in
already
the
wrapped up.
timeline? Is it in the timeline that's already happened, or was it earlier? Like Spider-Man happened after.
It takes
X-Men?
place in that timeline.
I think so. Because they crossed over each other.
After
Yeah.
that, yeah. Because
No, I
they did
know,
that.
Because all
but,
of
like,
them,
it
they
could've
did like
happened
a
a
Secret
bit
Wars
after.
crossover. Like
Yeah,
with
they did
Captain-
that.
Oh, but the Fantastic Four.
When they did that crossover, Storm still had the white suit on.
Yeah,
and
she
then
said the
now
white
she's
suit,
in
yeah.
the black one, so you can tell that time has passed.
Bro, that every time I watch
Yeah.
Spider-Man, I can't wait to get to those episodes.
I
'Cause I'm
I
it's
know,
so
right?
Good. It's so good.
Because
The
you have
Blade
like
one,
that.
Punisher. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Blade
Blade. I
ones.
forgot he show up in that.
That's
Yeah.
how I knew. That's how I knew about
Yeah,
Blade.
yeah, Blade was in a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then you had the 2-part Daredevil
So,
episodes.
now I see
Can
why
we
Wesley
talk about
Snipes was
how-
like that.
Can we talk about how
Captain
like
America Origin?
Spider-Man was just tossing Blade in that episode? Like
He was just tossing Blade.
because he
even
got
though
to like
He would though.
but
He
leave me
would. He would.
alone.
Blade was
Christopher
weaker
Daniel
than
Barnes is goaded. He is goaded.
he
Like,
wouldn't
yeah.
he wouldn't toss around current Blade though. Current Blade is OP as hell. Like I've been
Yeah.
catching up on them comics and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He is OP
Oh, yeah.
as fuck. He is broken.
Oh, okay. Nice.
This man can literally turn into dust now.
What?
Like what the fuck?
And now they
Yeah.
had like with all those heroes that they showed in those montages, they technically showed another one because they had Morph transform into the Hulk for that one scene. So you could do
Yeah, because
another
that's a
animated
throwback
series
to the
in that
Hulk
style.
show.
Yeah.
That had no fucking lines in that.
Well,
shit. He
it's
was
like-
just going
yeah,
around
it
doing
was
all
made
that
on-
shit.
It was made on like a shoestring budget, but if you essentially have a gold mine right there of
Yes.
animated properties that you could do sitting right there waiting to happen, and people would come in droves.
so let me
I don't
ask
know
you
why
guys
they're
this
not
question.
doing it.
Let me ask you guys this question. We know, like back in the day, some of the animated shows would change their animation styles, like between seasons.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's because
I'm-
they changed for the cheaper. Like I know
Yeah.
DC did that with the Batman and Superman show.
Oh, the
Like,
Adventures.
once-
Yeah.
yeah, because once they
And
did Superman, they changed the animation and then they brought Batman
Yeah.
back and changed it. So because it was
Yeah.
easier for them to do.
Yeah.
but I want them to do
But
that.
if you watch
with-
the Batman, like the animated series animation, it's very like it changes like every episode.
Yeah.
I want them
Yeah.
to do that for Spider-Man though. Like I want them, but do it for the better. I mean, come on, you just do what you did with X-Men 97. Do what you did with X-Men 97. You
I
can
think they
still
will.
make it look like Steve Ditko-esque, but just not
Nah,
so.
fuck that.
No,
Do
like
it
like
the
still
X-Men
you could
97 style.
No,
I
do
won't
it the
take
X-
nothing less.
do it the X-Men 97 style, but Steve, I mean, you could still leave the
You can
character
blend those
design.
two styles.
You could blend the
Yeah.
two styles, but it doesn't have to be so jarring to where it looks like What If 99% of the time.
Because I mean, the art can look like Steve Ditko style, but the movement and the motion can be X-Men
Right.
97 style.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I think
And it's funny
like,
because the intro
movement
even
is
gets
the
me.
biggest problem.
The intro gets me with the mix of the theme and like the shots and the coloring of the background. I'm like, oh, that's the pop art that Ditko does.
I
with
mean,
this
the
theme.
thing is, it got renewed, so maybe they'll see people's complaints
two
and
more
be like,
seasons.
okay, yeah, that's what I'm
2
saying. Maybe
more.
they'll see
2
the
more
complaints and be like,
seasons.
okay, people not really
Yay.
feeling the animation. Let's polish this up. Like, let's see.
Yeah,
I hope
they have
that's,
to see
you
it.
know.
Yes.
I hope that's
okay.
there, you know.
Real
So,
quick,
you know,
did you guys see any of the soft launch for the Mortal Kombat marketing? Mortal Kombat
yeah.
2?
The
You saw it?
movie?
Yeah,
The movie. Yeah, we talked about Carl Urban not looking like
Oh,
Johnny
okay.
Cage already. Like it's
okay.
I was the first person to bring that up. Lance tried to tell me I was wrong. Everybody else
He
agreed
doesn't
with
look
me.
like Cage. I'm sorry, he just doesn't.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, he
See,
does.
see, Lance. See,
He looks
He
you
looks
know
like
I'm right.
older Cage.
No,
Like
he
what?
No, he
don't.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he
He
doesn't.
looks like Cage from
He
Mortal
does not.
Kombat 11 and 12.
No, he do not at
Oh
all.
my
No, he
God.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Lance,
Well, I
I
thought
don't
it was
know
called
what
Mortal
new
Kombat 1.
medicated weed you started smoking, but return to sender. Because no,
I'm not smoking it, and I'm still saying it.
Man, Lance, I hope you get a full refund.
right.
I thought it looked good.
And you got glasses, man. You can't be that. No, I don't know what you seeing, bro.
Okay. Let me
Wait, hang on. Wait. Phil said that it looked good.
I liked it.
Is he
I think
trolling?
it looks
Are
good.
you
Oh, you
trolling
like it?
everybody?
Oh,
No.
I don't
He
like
said like 2 minutes ago it was to be a bag of shit.
I love how
Like-
if Phil says something looks good, he has to question on whether or not he's being honest.
Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty favorable with that 2021 movie. I don't get why everyone dogs on that fucking
Oh,
movie.
I
so
don't hate it.
Okay.
I think the back half
Okay,
is a little rough.
He looks like old Johnny
I like
Cage.
that movie a lot.
He
Yeah.
do not look like
Yeah.
that. Pull up the picture of Carl Urban. He do not look like that.
He kind of looks like
I
that.
give you a list.
Not
of
to
the
me.
Spider
I
movies
don't
in
see it. I do not see it.
If I saw them like side by side, maybe I would change my tune, but I don't know. The first time I saw it, I went, "Ew."
That
Well,
shit
you
look
have
rough.
shit taste anyway.
Shut up, Phil. I want to hear another damn word out of you.
So
Like,
I don't.
How long have you been a fan of the franchise, or are you just stepping in?
Mortal Kombat. I've been playing
Ooh.
since the PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64 days,
Right. So
What's his name?
early
how,
90s.
like
I
and you
forget
like
we
the
the
21
young
movie?
bucks up here.
Hey Google, stop now.
Yeah, I like the 2021 movie. What's
You
Oh, I
had
liked it
okay, so
too.
you had like
I
okay
don't
again,
see it,
like,
bro.
it's an enjoyable movie, but as a Mortal Kombat movie, it doesn't fully work.
okay? I don't have the patience for this conversation again. Anyway,
Also, before we go, I don't want to bring the mood down, but I just want to give a shout out to Peter Navy Tuisosope, who played the Honda in Street Fighter movie. He
Yeah.
had passed away today.
yep, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
you
you
know
say
when-
before we go? The stream's not over yet.
No, for the next topic.
I mean,
Oh.
what else we talked about everything.
We
didn't
got to talk about Cat 4 and Cobra Kai.
I know. I just
No,
wanted
we
to
don't
give
gotta talk about
that
Cobra
Honda shout out.
Yes, we do. I want to
May
know
he
what
rest in
I
peace.
want to know what's bothering my best friend Taj.
I don't
Okay,
know
now
you.
Oh, is he not
Okay,
your
now-
cousin anymore?
About what? Captain America?
no about Cobra Kai. Somebody spoiled it for him, and I'm gonna find out who because I'm gonna make it rain down hellfire.
It's multiple people. Like I can't get on
Oh,
TikTok,
no.
Twitter, no nothing. Someone leaked the whole episode. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
How did they
Chill.
do that? How
Which
did they
episode?
do
The
that?
final episode?
The last
Like
one?
it was episode like 14 that I saw.
Oh,
They
wow,
leaked
that's
it, and
fucked up.
apparently
That's-
that account
wow.
like was leaking the full episodes. But it's not just them. Like someone
That's
on
fucked.
TikTok doing it, and they leaking scenes and stuff.
That's
I
just
got
a dick
spoiled
move.
on like 3 things. Yeah, like I wasn't even intentionally looking. I just got on TikTok and it popped up.
And that's why I don't have TikTok, and that's
why
why
I'm
I'm
glad
not
I-
on Twitter.
That's why I'm glad I'm not on.
It wasn't
TikTok
like
anymore.
big spoilers, but like I saw-
Spoilers
like, I didn't see
for something
anything.
you're anticipating are always gonna be
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
like,
shitty,
yeah.
you know?
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
like it pissed
Oh,
me off. I
man.
was heated.
yeah.
Yeah, no matter how large or minor the spoiler is,
Yeah.
it's still gonna piss you off.
Like, I remember in like, what was it?
But season 5
like
got leaked
April.
too, though, so
It was like April of 2022. I'm like eating my lunch, and my coworker walks up to me, shoves his phone in my face, says, "Hey, did you see this?" And it's a fucking spoiler from Multiverse of Madness. I looked up at him. I was like, "Do you want to lose your hand?" And he goes, "What?" I go, "Get that shit out of my fucking face, dude." And he goes,
Yeah.
"What?" I was just wondering if you saw it. I was like, "That's a fucking spoiler, jackass!" Like,
Yeah.
hello, what is your
Yeah.
problem?
Yeah, that's insane.
It's gotta be about you, doesn't it?
Do you know what I'm annoyed about? Scream actually did their own as a promotional thing.
What do you mean?
Wait, what happened?
Like,
talking about the
Scream-
Matthew Lillard thing?
Yeah, like
Oh.
save that for the goddamn movie. Why are you telling everybody? That's so stupid.
Yeah, if they'd have brought him back
Because-
in the movie, and that'd have been the
because-
first time everybody seen him again, like that'd kind of
Because had they been outside shooting outside footage and you see him, that would
that's
have
true
gotten out
too.
anyway.
Yeah.
Like they would have. It's better to get in front of it and say, "Hey, he's coming
that makes
back."
sense. That makes
Then
sense.
try.
Everybody's
Then try
been waiting for him to come back since he died in the first one, right? It's been there for like 20 odd years. Everybody questioning it. But
Well, on top of the fact that
why
like
not
that,
just play
that movie has faced a lot of scrutiny because of Melissa Barrera's exit. It's the best way I'll say that. And then Jenna Ortega also
John
stepping
Ortega
away
leaving
from it.
behind her. Yeah.
Right. Like that movie was already in like public eye
it
and
ain't hurting
not
Jenna
a great
pockets.
way. Like like that movie,
Yeah.
they need all the positive reinforcement they can get after
Yeah.
what happened with that.
That's true.
So announcing Matthew Lillard to come back was probably a smart call, but we'll see what happens when that movie comes out.
But you can
whether
tell
or
it
not
was a
people actually give
desperation
shit.
call.
Yeah.
I mean, what was Neve Campbell coming back?
Oh no,
The
I
same
get it.
deal.
I agree with that
Same
one too.
deal.
Yeah,
It's
I agree
desperate.
with that one too.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to save face after making an incredibly dumb decision.
I'm desperate.
Yeah, that was stupid.
It was dumb. Like, how many other actors and actresses in Hollywood were speaking out about that specific instance at that specific point in time? And yet, for some reason, Melissa Barrera is the only one that gets fucking axed from a very fruitful franchise that's in its midst of like completing a new trilogy. Like, what fucking sense does that
That
make?
actually,
And then-
people were actually
then you
killing,
Spyglass
too.
fucked up.
Then you
Spyglass
lose Jenna
royally fucked up.
Ortega
Yep.
along with that. And how many movies / shows is she in this year alone?
She got
Like,
Wednesday season 2 getting ready to come out. She just did Beetlejuice. She
Yeah.
getting ready to be in something else too.
she
Like,
ain't Death of a Unicorn. She ain't
Yep.
she ain't missing no check. Skydance. She ain't missing no check. So I mean,
It's Spyglass.
Spyglass, whatever it
Spyglass
is,
Fucking morons.
you're not missing. She ain't
they're-
missing no
they're
check.
They're
idiots.
Like
dumb,
you,
dude. They fucked up. Spyglass royally fucked up. Big time.
And they won't say it.
Spyglass. Pick
And this even goes back. That even goes back to the 5th movie when they were like trying to lowball Neve Campbell. They were like, "Oh, you're not really worth that much," and then they come back for what is it,
That
7?
makes
Seven.
her stupid. Like
No, because she played hardball. She was like, "Oh, you're not going to pay me what I'm fucking worth, the amount of money I've given you for this franchise."
I wouldn't
And
have went back.
Like, I don't blame her for walking away from 6. And then when time comes, Spyglass is like, "Hey, we'll pay you that and then some if you come back for 7." She probably went, "Okay, sure, whatever."
are they about to resurrect Gwen Stacy
I thought she's dead again.
in the comics? Yeah, they about to.
She
they
died
tease-
again?
They teasing
I
her
saw an
resurrection.
image.
It say,
No, in
yeah,
Ultimate,
I just watched it. Yeah, it say
In
May
Ultimate, she's
2025.
Carnage.
She
Yep.
died. I didn't even know she died. I stopped reading Peter's comics, so
They always kill her
that's true.
because they know if
time.
she exists, Peter is definitely leaving MJ to go be with Gwen
Yeah.
Stacy.
So before we jump on this Cap 4 talk, yes, Cameron, I saw the new episode of Michael Rosenbaum's Inside
that's
of You
cool.
podcast.
I did not see
With
that.
with Grant.
Dustin. It was a wonderful interview. It was great to see Grant just like back. He talked about the Flash. He talked about the fact that when he found out about the musical episode, and he said like he basically looked at them and was like, "We're really doing that? Like, why? Why are we doing this?"
Because they wanted to have a Glee reunion between him and Melissa.
So it's like he
You
said
can tell based off that interview, he ain't like certain stuff about the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
He said he questioned a lot of things, but at the end of the day, he always enjoyed it. He talked about how he went through several flash pants, because he would always like just rip the crotch, I guess, from all the slides that he had to do. But yeah, it was just good. It was good seeing him again. Him and Michael talking about their different experiences, playing these characters on these long form television shows, how it takes a toll on you. And he just seems like he's in a really good place. He talked about how he's happy now that he could do like different conventions that he couldn't do when he was actually filming. So that's why we see him doing a lot of these different cons
they
now,
were filming
which
all
is cool.
fucking year.
Yeah.
By the time the conventions come around, he like, nah, I'm back on a vacation. The fuck? I'm doing this.
I need to check it out. Yeah,
They
I always
de-aged
like
John Kent.
What?
Did they de-age him?
I haven't even read a Shazam comic in fucking
Yeah,
years.
I gotta go pick up comics. I haven't picked up any new comics.
I
But,
am
yeah.
getting one book monthly. That's it. You know what book that is?
Absolute Batman.
That's right.
Is it good?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
I love
heard
the
it- I heard it was
story
good.
of
it's
Batman, like-
amazing.
Oh,
Issue
man.
1 has like 7 printings now or 5 printings now, something like that. It was
Fourth or fifth. It's big, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Batman's big.
Scott Snyder, man.
But
and he's
that book is-
legitimately he's big too. So like, that
Yeah,
makes it even
he's a
better.
brick shit house, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Apparently, in issue 6, they're gonna introduce Bane.
Ooh.
Wonder how
Oh,
big
shit.
Bane is.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, if
Yeah,
this
technically,
version of Batman
Inception.
is like
Oh
as
my
jacked
gosh.
as he is,
There's
I'm just
no
like,
way,
what the
Ronan.
fuck are you gonna do with Bane?
Tom
And
Hardy
apparently-
sounds so goofy in that movie.
Apparently, Joker shows up in like issue 13 or 14, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I do it? Oh, I didn't do it right. Okay, but anyway,
I'm surprised 3-Dub's still here.
Cap 4, he's not. His thing's just still up. He started getting ready for his stuff. But Cap 4 is out this weekend. Finally, Rob Liefeld
God.
is back to Rob
still here.
Liefeld. Oh, I thought you were gone.
I just ain't nothing to say, so you know.
Oh well, Rob Liefeld is the new Bo DeMeo, I guess.
Oh man, that saga.
Oh man.
He's shitting on the film. He's shitting on this film. He put up a tweet earlier today. I blocked him because I'm like, dude, you're just gonna be one of those salty people. You still can't draw feet, and you still can't draw like body proportions correctly.
I got one word to say to Rob Liefeld. One word.
What's that?
Wah.
Did he have any involvement in the movie?
No.
Then why he bitching?
I don't know.
Because he has a
I'm not gonna
microphone.
lie. I will say I'm a
'Cause he has a
little worried
microphone,
about
that's
this.
right.
I'm a little worried about this movie. I've been seeing some scenes like they've been dropping, and I'm just
All
like,
those clips have not been helping. Yeah,
that
They're
don't look
dropping
good.
bad
That
clips.
don't look good. That
But-
don't, like the fighting choreography looks piss poor. I'm like, y'all did not have to do Anthony Mackie like that. Like he
I
deserved
think
better.
okay, I can kind of forgive some of the choreography. What I can't really overlook is the fucking purple vibranium.
Oh, the
fucking-
nano.
the nano helmet. I'm just like, that's no.
We did it. It was a
No.
phase. Let's
Yeah,
move
I
on.
miss like the physical helmets.
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
I
it's-
wish
it's
I
getting
wish it would I
overdone.
wish it would just be like a cowl or something that he
I
just
get
coulda
why
had.
they went
No,
the
he
nano
got
route,
rid
'cause
of
that
the
was
cowl, though.
popular.
He
No.
didn't want the
I
cowl.
know. I'm saying like the helmet itself. I wish it was like a cowl piece that he just has hanging over
Oh,
his
yeah.
back, like the
But
back of
I
his neck
get
or
I
something.
get why they're doing this because they did make this back when they were just doing everything
Yeah.
nanotech. So I
Right.
get that. But it's like the fact that okay, your suit's red, white, and blue, and then you just fold your wings down and it's like purple kinetic energy coming out. That is
Yeah.
weird. But Isaiah Bradley stuff, he's finally getting to do stuff.
Yeah.
The few clips that we saw of that, like him punching that punching bag and that clip, the clips that they have put out have been kind of dumb, but it's like, okay, maybe you're not trying to put out anything super spoilery.
There's
I
one that has Red Hulk punching on the wings and shit. I'm like, okay, this is goofy, but I dig it.
Yeah, that actually looked good.
What,
Yeah.
talking about
I
posters?
saw someone complaining about it. Like, how is he keeping up with the Hulk? I'm like, he's not. He's blocking it, you idiot. Did you watch the clip?
And then people don't know what Red Hulk, like, it's easy to defeat Red Hulk. His power is legitimately his weakness. Make
Yeah.
him overheat.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah,
burn
Red
out.
Hulk is kind of.
How don't y'all know that? Like, how don't y'all know that?
Red
His
Hulk is
power
not like
is-
the regular
Well,
Incredible Hulk. Like, he's not.
He's
If-
Red
if-
Hulk. He's hot. He runs hot. That's why
Okay.
he's red.
Lance, if there's someone and they have in their bio or they make a bunch of fucking, tweets or whatever the fuck, they say a bunch of shit about comic books and they ask dumb shit like that, then you can just have the, fortitude to just say, okay, we evidently don't read enough comic books.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
No, that
How is he gonna take down? How is he gonna take down Red Hulk? I mean, the same way Steve's fought Red Hulk, Steve's fought the Green Hulk, Steve fought Thanos. He's Sam has fought the Red Hulk in comics. We literally throw comic book panels at you guys, and you guys just sit there and like, oh well, yeah, Sam was
he
different
didn't.
in
He
the comic.
didn't beat.
I don't know
Keep
what
it
egregious-
100. He didn't beat Red Hulk.
Not
He
beat him, but
that
no, I'm-
ass.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what's more egregious. I saw some idiot on Threads be like, "Oh man, fucking Reed Richards has a mustache. They ruined the character. Marvel ruined the character again." And I'm just like, "Are you fucking? Are you?"
But y'all want John
serious?
Krasinski
No,
back, and
I
he had a
just-
whole fucking beard.
no,
And that's
I-
my
I
point.
just-
That's my point. That's my fucking point. I was like, "Wait a minute. John Krasinski can have a whole ass beard. Fucking Reed Richards can have numerous amounts of different types of facial hair in the comic books. And he goes, there's a difference between facial hair and a mustache. I'm just like,
what?
No, I saw that. I saw something to that exact same effect yesterday.
What?
I was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stupid are you?
Oh my
No,
lord!
I saw something
dude.
to that exact same effect yesterday. I was going through YouTube Shorts, saw a couple of Deadpool and Wolverine clips, had Channing Tatum in them. Looking into the comments there, and people said, "Oh, why does he have that dumbass accent? Gamma doesn't talk like that." I said, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, tell me you have never read anything X-Men related without telling me."
Even the comics, right? Like, even the costumes.
Yeah,
I mean,
even
like
the comics, like
the white stuff. Like it was like people are like, why don't they just do the black gloves and whatnot? And I'm like, you're telling me that when one of the greatest creators in comics, John Byrne, has had to go retro after a while doing the gloves black and the boots black, and wanted to do white, that you wouldn't take it in a movie that is based in the 60s, not our 60s, but in the 60s, when stuff like that was a fashion. And like I hear that and I'm like, man, some people are losing sleep over this shit.
You know what I tell him, Ronan? There are 3 Fantastic Four movies where they're all decked out in blue and black. One of them is entirely in black. If you want to watch the Fantastic Four in black attire, go watch the movie made in 2015. That might scratch your itch a little bit. But I can't promise you that you'll like Dr. Doom in that movie.
Yep. And then
Rob
posted
they have if that scratches it.
He posted another tweet talking about some man, I can tell you right now, we're eating good this summer. F1, Jurassic World, Smurfs. He literally named every movie besides anything Marvel or DC. I said, so now you're shitting on James Gunn? What did he do to you?
And listen. I think I talked to some of the fellas that I'm like, and I'm almost done with the second podcast where he did his old Marvel spiel, and I read the article, the Hollywood Reporter thing. In some regards, I agree with him with the creators getting the rights, the recognition they deserve.
No, fuck that. Kevin Feige flies out Marvel comic creators to their sets half the fucking time. Jim Shooter and Jim Starlin had a fucking part in Infinity War and Endgame.
Rob Liefeld literally posted pictures from the set.
That's what I was in my head. Like in terms of in the movie titles, get recognition, yes, but like, and that's why I felt weird. I'm like, wait a minute. Have you not seen that Jim Starlin had a cameo in Endgame with Steve Rogers? Like, it just, some of that stuff in his takes is just very like, I get where you're coming from, and then I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's salty as hell.
And again, and listen, he is a wild card. He's a character, and people have known this since the 90s and stuff, and it's like,
he's a man-child. He's a fucking man-child when it comes to Marvel. Oh, I'm not going to get my way. I quit. I'm going to go to Image.
And this is
what Rob Liefeld. Fuck you.
This is his third stint with Marvel, right? He left, came back, left, came back. It's like
there's a pattern here.
How much you want to bet? How long until he comes back?
And the times that he's not complaining are the times that he's getting what he wants from them.
And even that quote of Kevin Feige doesn't like comic readers. I'm like, I don't buy that one.
That is
one I don't buy.
Like,
no.
It's not true in the slightest.
I don't buy it, man.
Let me put it to you this way. I've seen Kevin Feige mingle with people on the red carpet, creators and fans alike. If Kevin Feige doesn't want to bother talking to you on the red carpet, maybe it's not a Kevin Feige problem. It's probably a fucking you problem, Rob Liefeld.
Yep. Like, and he's the president of the denominator there.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. That guy's an asswipe. The proudest, one of my proudest moments on Twitter before I left was telling that man that Venom was a better movie than Deadpool 2. And he blocked me over that. He blocked me over that. And I still laugh about that shit. It's so funny.
Wow.
But we have this news.
Yes.
Different costume designer entirely.
Yep.
So
I love that.
That should suck. We're gonna get legit Green Lantern costumes. And people can shut up talking about the corporate suit that Guy Gardner is purposely wearing because he would just go for something like that. Because that's his character. Yeah. I don't know how many times I had to. That's probably why they got me locked out on my Twitter, because they're mad because they don't know about anything about Guy Gardner. He of course he would definitely say, "Oh, I could be a hero and get paid." Oh, I'll work for Maxwell Lord. I know he's he might be morally corrupt, but I definitely do it.
That's Guy to a T, and like what's most important to Guy Gardner is what works for Guy Gardner.
Exactly.
Yeah. It takes him a while to realize what he's done, and he'll still probably do it. But like, that's him. When like even the whole bowl thing, that little video that came out during the Super Bowl, I'm like, that is very much a Guy Gardner thing. If someone paid him to do that, he would do that.
He would.
And then like they're talking about like, oh my God, his face is shitty. It's Guy Gardner. He's gonna be smug and dumb.
He's supposed to be a narcissistic asshole.
His face is shitty.
So you're saying you don't like Nathan Fillion's face? I mean, I kind of get it, but just say it with your whole chest and be honest about it, for crying out loud. Jesus Christ.
And I think even if I'm not mistaken, the creator of the Justice League International books, or even the guy on the creator, like he saw
J.M. DeMatteis. J.M. DeMatteis, yeah.
Or Keith Griffin, or what, I forget, Kevin McGuire. I forgot who the artist was.
Okay, Kevin McGuire is the artist.
There we
Keith
go.
Griffin's no longer here, and J.M. DeMatteis was the writer.
Kevin McGuire, he had seen the image. He's like, love it. He's like, that looks familiar, and I'm like, I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh, that Ben Stiller image from Tropic on there. Jesus.
Oh dear God. Yep,
People are being trolls in here already. Trolling in here already.
Well, they complain just because complaining's the popular thing to do, even though they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Where does it say John is the lead racist? What the hell?
What?
Look at the bottom down there.
What?
Garbage don't want to see. Hold on. I want to read that comment. Garbage don't want to see Jon Stewart lead racist show and right. What a fucking moron. Good
That is
God.
such a backwards ass comment. Like,
bro, I'm seeing all this stuff when I can't comment.
Like, don't want to see Jon Stewart as lead, and then call the writers racist. Like,
I forgot you in Twitter jail.
Like, do you see anything wrong with that statement?
Then
There's
how
a
Guy
lot
old? Why
wrong
only
with that
John?
statement.
Look how and Guy old. Why only John Young? Their creative decisions are to promote him. Why not all young and focus differently? Like how main OG, Justice League GL, Guy, Justice League International, John, Justice League. I mean Green Lantern Corps, Kyle Titans, but they demolished their characters just to race with shit Tom King writing. Only art is good in his.
Damn, I could barely understand that paragraph.
Again,
That was the most illiterate ass tweet I've seen in my life.
I about had a seizure fucking reading that.
It's like, folks.
Hold on, I'm going to my other Twitter page.
Okay.
What's
this man can't comment
because I got locked out.
What a fucking idiot. Oh my God. This is why I'm not
Folks,
on Twitter.
We're getting a Lantern show after years of saying we might get a movie. Peter Jackson might make it. Like after years and years, it's over 10 years since that movie came out. Like we're getting something Lantern related.
Next year will be 15.
Jesus.
Yeah, next year will be 15 years.
Yeah, thankfully the show is happening.
Yeah, thankfully.
I mean, Chris Mundy is the showrunner with Damon Lindelof and Tom King writing that shit. I don't have a problem
Hopefully
with
it's
that.
good.
Yeah,
so people can shut up.
There's good ingredients there.
And I mean, like Tom King is former CIA, and if you think about the Green Lantern Corps, they are more or less an intergalactic corps of people who are investigators in a certain respect, criminal intelligence, like space intelligence, space cops,
and like their galactic law enforcement officers is
pretty
literally
much right. And it's just like who else better than to write that than someone who was former criminal intelligence, like.
Right.
Think about that for a second. Then you factor in Damon Lindelof, who's just really snappy and intelligent when it comes to forming, scenarios for these people. I mean, look at Watchmen. Look at what he did with the Watchmen TV show. I look at that and I'm just like, well, there's your proof of concept right there.
Yeah,
it'll be fine. This show is going to be amazing, and this feels in line. Granted, Nexus Point News has been more hit than miss with the DC stuff, and I will give them credit where credit is due. A lot of their stuff has been confirmed, so I wouldn't doubt that this is probably confirmed, and it makes sense because she is part of HBO. She worked on The Last of Us, so it just feels like, that you could probably take this to the bank and cash it. So,
yeah, there's probably
I'm down to see what she creates. So,
and like you said, it's probably for sure not going to be the corporate bullshit that Gardner's wearing in the Superman movie.
Oh no! I mean, that whole terrific centered team in that movie is likely just going to be like working under Lord, and then by the end of the movie, will be established in their own right.
It's probably more than likely Justice League International.
Yeah.
Like, just because James Gunn said the Justice League hasn't been established, doesn't mean that the term Justice League hasn't been patented or utilized. And I would bet donuts and dollars Maxwell Lord is going to capitalize on that. And the Justice League will be formed by way of that. Be like, oh, the Justice League International didn't work. And someone, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, probably go, well, what about just Justice League? Forget just Justice League.
Yeah.
And that would be a Lord thing to do, is to capitalize on that. That would be a Max Lord move.
Right. Don't be shocked if Maxwell Lord also kills Booster Gold. Or not Booster Gold, Ted Cord. Don't be shocked if that ever happens. Because it might.
Probably.
Or it probably already happened.
It probably already happened.
Yeah, it might probably already did happen.
Which would suck. I mean, because I love Ted Cord personally, but he could probably already be gone.
Ain't got a lot to hang out, bro.
Do a lot with Ted Cord, unfortunately.
You really can't. You really can't. Also, because of the fact that Jolo Maridueña is Blue Beetle. So you once you introduce Ted Cord, you're kind of putting like a time limit on like what and how much he can do.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put Ted into that same, what's the word I'm looking for? A contemporary group as somebody like,
Timeline.
Honestly, I think if James Gunn's smart and he is carrying over a lot of that Blue Beetle canon from that movie, if Ted Cord is missing, the best and easiest way you could bring him in would be having him off on an adventure with Booster Gold.
Yeah. Because I don't know if
writes itself.
I don't know if any Blue Beetle related character has been confirmed for that Booster Gold series. I don't know.
Hey, Lance, somebody on Twitter stole your name.
No, that's me.
I don't even know if we know really anything about it. Man.
But yeah, I had to say it. It had to be said. It had to be said.
It had to be said. Doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. They can block this page all they want. I'm tired of these trolls.
I'm just tired of obtuse people acting like they fucking know all when they know fuck all.
What's the point of shitting on something that hasn't this is gonna be terrible. You haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, right.
Yes, everybody says that something may not look good, but me personally, I reserve full judgment for when I actually go see it. And all these people that are saying, "Oh, we're not going to go see it. We're going to sit at home on July 11th and watch Man of Steel." What the hell is that going to do? Where in your mind do you think that's going to do anything?
I ain't watching that shit again.
Yeah, I watched Man of Steel a couple like back in December. That did not rebirth the Snyderverse. I'm sure you people watched
since it came out.
I'm like, why do y'all think that's gonna help anything? That's not doing nothing. And just because a few of you weirdos are sitting at home doing that, theaters will still be packed out.
Yeah,
it's gonna make money just because of the title alone.
Yeah.
It is the most recognizable fictional character for a reason.
It's funny. Like I went down a rabbit hole today of like Superman related stuff, and Bullets and Blockbusters is a fun channel if you guys ever want to check it out. They go over like a lot of stuff that like what could have been, what may have been. Like they did one on Batgirl, they did one on Man of Steel. I'm very disappointed they didn't follow through with releasing that. It would have been a fun movie to do, but they also did one for J.J. Abrams' Superman Flyby, as well as the canned 5th Superman film Christopher Reeve was potentially working on, would have maybe done, called Superman Reborn, before the Salkinds and Cannon lost the rights to Superman. It was a whole fucking... It's crazy, like, looking back at Superman's history on film and production, and how, like, seemingly Superman films have come very close to happening, and then they just fall apart at the last minute for one reason or another. It's pretty insane. The fact that James Gunn is even getting to make a Superman movie, and also, for the first time since Man of Steel, have a Superman movie actually feel like a fucking Superman movie, where you have a full universe filled out with other characters in it. Yeah, it's pretty from the ground up. Pretty astonishing, right? And I think he's taking a pretty smart approach to it. I'm pretty critical of the guy as far as like creative movies go. Like I am, on record as saying I don't really like the Suicide Squad that much. I don't like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, but I really liked Creature Commandos, if not loved. I like Guardians 1. I think Guardians 3 is cool, but Adam Warlock was a fucking joke in that movie.
And did you make these? Did you come to these decisions before or after you saw the film?
Oh, dude, every single time. Like, anytime I've seen a movie by James Gunn, I have formed my opinion on said thing and have stuck to it since then. Like, you can ask my best friends. We walked out of Guardians 2, and I was the quietest one of them all. And they were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Did you like it?" "No." "Why?" And I told them why, and they were like, "Okay." And I've had that same stance since 2017.
But you have common sense. You waited till you saw it.
Yeah, true. Very true.
What was it? What is the criticism? Can I ask?
I think the whole thing about Peter Quill suddenly not being a Celestial at the end of the movie makes no sense whatsoever. That's stupid. It doesn't make any fucking sense at all. I thought it was.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree. I stand by that one as well.
Yeah, because even if his dad died, he was still born like part Celestial. So
they also take the whole plot beat of his like dozens of siblings or however many it is, of the fact that they were all just erased and killed basically. They immediately follow up that with a joke. It's like, okay, that's a whole big thing. It's like, do you not want to address that at all? And then
there's that. There's like just a lot of really doofy poop humor with Drax that I'm not at all a fan of. There's just certain creative decisions in that movie. I'm just like, dude, this is not your best work easily. Don't even get me started on Peacemaker. I can't stand that show.
I was about to say you didn't bring that up for a reason.
Yeah, because I don't like it. I don't like talking about shit that I don't like. Because it's fucking pointless. But then I look at Superman, and I'm like, wow, he might have actually like reined himself in and like dialed his shit back. And from everything he said, it sounds like he has. I hope it's the case. I really do. And look, I love Henry Cavill as Superman, but I looked at David Corn's sweatsuit, and I'm like,
it's bad. I don't like it.
The emblem's great. The emblem looks cool. But as a fan of Superman, I can also say, and I've been saying this for a while, I've never been a fan of the yellow S on the back of the cape. I think it's stupid. I think it looks goofy, and it's one emblem too many for Superman. Fair. Yeah, and the only time I've ever liked it, the only time I ever thought it looked good was in The Dark Knight Returns. That's it. It's the only time I've ever liked that symbol on the back of his cape.
But to be fair, like everybody knows, my criticism of the suit has been like I hate the new 52 with with a harsh passion.
I hate the design.
I hate the collar. I don't feel like Superman's neck. I don't feel like any superhero needs that thick, high collar. I've never liked that. I don't like it on this suit. I get that James is taking inspiration from different suits. I completely get that. That's the one aspect of the suit that I'll never get behind. But like when it's like polished and you see it like in the trailers and you see it in the promotional material, the suit, it looks form-fitting. It looks way better than it does in set photos. I get that. I completely understand why you prioritize a actor's, comfort on set, and then you do the rest in post. They did that with Black Panther and Civil War. But my whole thing with that comes, why don't people, why don't people criticize that? They didn't criticize that back then. That Black Panther suit, especially on the stunt double, was baggy as hell. But in the suit, T'Challa looks jacked. Like Chadwick was in the best shape of his life in that film. Yeah. And he did not fill out the suit on set. So why is this a problem with corn sweat? Especially when we look at the source material James is pulling from. If you pull up pictures of All-Star Superman, that suit is baggy as hell in the comic. And then you show that stuff to them, and they're talking about that comic's dumb. That's not real source material. That's Elseworld. No. That's a legit Superman comic. That's a Superman story. That's one of the best Superman stories that's out there. Why do you want like you're mad because a director says, "Hey, we're filming in hot summer days in the middle of Ohio. I'm not finna put you in a tight ass suit. Yes, I know you'll do it, but I'd rather you be comfortable." Why is that an issue? Why has that ever been an issue?
Sorry, I think I disconnected.
I don't get it. Like, yes, some suits are legitimately be bad. But remember, we had these same complaints back when we first saw set photos of Robert Pattinson.
Yep.
And now, most people who are not Batfleck shills Most people will regard Pattinson as a great Batman, and the suit is actually good.
Oh, dude, those photos of him in the bike in the graveyard, like I will never.
The stunt double looked terrible. The stunt it looked like his head was like a Hershey's Kiss.
The stunt double looked like Ben Affleck in the Pattinson suit.
Yeah. You guys want to hear a really novel concept here? Set photos are not going to look as good as what you see in an actual movie.
Talking about that, but then when you say that, they pull up Henry Cavill photos. Talking about some his suit look, and I guarantee you, Henry Cavill will say, "I was not comfortable."
So many of those guys complain about the comfortability of those things.
Hell, Christian Bale was like, "I want a suit I can piss in." I didn't get that option. That's what I told Ben Affleck.
Make sure you can piss in.
He told Ben Affleck, "Make sure you can get a suit you can fucking take off and take a piss in, dude."
No, that's what Keaton's condition was for coming back in the Flash. He's like, he had to be able to move around in that thing because he said that he was sweating to death like a rat when he wore his suit.
Yeah, same with Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer notoriously talked about how much he despised working in that suit because it made him feel constricted and immovable, but it also enhanced his performance as Batman.
Yeah,
weirdly enough.
Yeah,
which I thought was cool, but.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Lance's thing that you said with like the collar being your biggest thing with the suit.
Yeah,
I don't love the collar either, but the biggest thing that's distracting for me whenever I look at that suit is the blue design pattern that you see inside it, like all of the lining that you see.
The lining, yeah.
That's the biggest thing that's distracting me because at that point I feel like it's just over designed.
Yeah, but at the same time, Henry Cavill had all the piping on his sides and stuff, all the piping around the arms.
Yeah,
but people don't complain about that because they're like, oh, that's alien tech. That's still lines. It's still lines everywhere.
I don't know.
So
I didn't love that part of it either. But
where do you draw the line at your complaint? Like what are we doing here? At the end of the day, Superman is Superman. People had the same complaints about Tyler Hoechlin's first few suits.
Yeah,
because yes, they had the seam lines everywhere. They took it out. Oh, why did they make
belt was also really high? It made him look a little small.
Yeah, like then you get the people complaining about his Supergirl suit. Oh, why does he have the buckles right here? Okay, he gets his own show. They take the buckles off. You praise the Fleischer suit because yes, that looked amazing. That looked amazing regardless. Then you get to his real suit. Oh man, the padding is bad. And yes, the padding was bad. They pulled the padding out. Oh man, it's still padded. It's padding in any superhero suit. I guarantee you, it's still padding in Corn Sweatsuit, and he does not need it. But realistically, unless you put them in skin tight spandex, if you put them in a legging suit, that's the one way you're going to be able to see the actual physique. Like I don't know any superhero suit in real life that a person can step into it, and then you'll just see their muscles busting out of it, unless it's like just see-through latex. Like seriously, like some of these complaints are just dumb to me. And I would and yes, everybody is not gonna like everything. Everybody does not have to like everything. But why are you just determined to shit on something? They're doing the same thing with Fantastic Four. A girl on Threads is talking about some oh yeah, this Fantastic Four movie is gonna flop. Off of a teaser trailer, bro.
It's like, okay, why don't you make a better one then?
Right.
You're judging a teaser that didn't show much at all. It's weird.
And I think one of the biggest compliments that the teasers have been given to people is that like this doesn't look like an MCU movie. Hello, people have been saying that like the FF doesn't look like any other MCU movie, and it's just like,
which is a good thing.
That's what's working about it.
How much more complimentary can you get about a movie looking that way? And I mean, and I said it like design wise, they nailed the thing. Do I still think that there's time to polish that? Absolutely, and I think that's going to give it time to the VFX artist. And then I look at this stuff and I'm like, folks, they know that with these two, especially those two films, that they gotta give it all, and there's no sugarcoating. You may not like the full approach, but there's no sugarcoating with these folks. Like, you telling me that James doesn't give a shit about Superman is wild to me, or that Matt Shakman doesn't have an ounce of love for the FF is just wild to me. And so I don't understand that mindset for folks. I pity them.
I'm surprised.
Saying James Gunn doesn't give a shit about anything DC is just inaccurate in of itself, because Homeboy is one of the only few directors out there who actually has a passive knowledge of things from DC Comics. Like, he'll literally be like, oh yeah, I've got this book here, or this was inspired by fucking, Jam DeMatteis's Justice League International, or whatever the fuck. Like, Homeboy drops images of comics on a regular fucking basis, and people still have the balls to be like, yeah, he doesn't understand shit about comics. I'm just like, fuck out of here. You can fucking eat a bag of shit and completely misunderstand the word adaptation and still bitch and whine and be miserable. That's fine. But don't expect anyone to sit there and agree with you and act like everything's chummy A-okay.
What difference is Gunn can actually reference what he's talking about whenever he says things like that. He can say, hey,
Right.
A came from B. These guys can't. And I'm honestly surprised, relieved but surprised that whenever the Fantastic Four trailer came out, suddenly all of those color grading experts had vanished. Nobody was talking about that anymore. That pissed me off whenever they came out and started talking about that, because, again, like I was saying before, they will take the nittiest grittiest thing and they will jump on the hate wagon of complaining about said thing because A, they don't know what they're talking about. B, they can't find any other popular topic to complain about. C, they want to make themselves sound intelligent, and they accomplished none of those things.
Yep.
Correct.
And it honestly pisses me off, because like you got like these people have these massive followings, and it's all based on hate.
Yeah.
No, and my thing is, yeah, you're mad at me because yes, I enjoyed some of the things that Snyder did, but I'm not just stuck on one director. I'm a fan of DC Comics. You're not going to tell me that I'm not. You're not going to tell me that I don't understand Superman. You're mad because they chose to put Crypto in a Superman movie. They finally decided to do something that has not been done in live action except on TV shows. And even then, it was not fully done.
Nope.
Then you get to comparing. You're mad that they put Crypto in. So you start comparing them to the Crypto that was on a Titans TV show for a few episodes. But you're mad about it. Like I don't understand half of these complaints. Like
neither do the people making them.
Exactly. And then, again, at the end of the day, as much as you say, "Oh, I'm not going to that. I'm not wasting my movie. I'm not wasting my money on these movies."
Oh, the fuck
you're
you
gonna
are.
go see it. You're gonna go see it.
You're still gonna be there day one, and don't pretend like you won't be.
Right.
If you can't sneak into an advanced screening, you're gonna pay for a ticket. Like,
yeah.
And like I tell these folks, like how much I'm pumped for this stuff, and I'm doing reaction. I'm like, I could still be wrong come July. Come July, both movies cannot be great. And I would say mea culpa. I got it wrong, but I'm like, it looks too correct to think that they're gonna mess it up like this. Like there's a high percentage chance that they're gonna go about screwing things up. And I tell folks again with the whole Zack stuff, I wonder how many people are going to show up to his movies later on now, that cop movie, if you will, or that UFC movie. I'm like, I wonder how much people are going to show up and are going to be willing not to bring up his past work in DC. Exactly. Like, I know Phil's going to be there. I know Jake's going to be there, but outside of us, I'm like, I wonder how much people are going to be willing there to promote, check out his stuff, and not bring up the past and focus in on the present. I dare people to do that.
Well, that number is going to be a lot lower than it should be, because every time you try to have conversations with those supposed, Snyder fans, and I'm not talking about Phil. I know Phil greatly admires the things that he does outside of DC, but whenever you try to talk about any of those projects with people, whether it's Twilight of the Gods, Army of the Dead, this new LAPD movie, what have you, it could be any of those. They'll somehow turn the conversation around and go, "Oh, but this isn't gonna be like Henry Cavill's not gonna be Superman. James Gunn's gonna flop." It's like, okay, you call yourself a fucking fan of this guy, then actually talk about his products and not something that you're mad he isn't doing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I've got a poster signed by the man, Debbie Snyder, Damon Caro, and Patrick Tatopoulos, who all worked on Batman versus Superman and Snyder Cut of Justice League. I have that poster right there with his signature on it, because I went to Full Circle and I got to watch the Snyder Cut on a big IMAX screen. And that's one of my favorite movie-going experiences of all time. And I'm looking at some of the things that I see people say about this who claim to be Zack Snyder fans, and all they do is just bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch about how James Gunn's Superman is somehow like stealing the spotlight. I'm like, look, there's a thing called reality, and it does exist. It is very much a thing. Zack Snyder has very publicly and even like nicely said, I'm not doing anything DC related. The only thing that could get me back is a live action adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. My time with DC is pretty much done. Like, I'm doing my own thing now. And yet you still got fans who were like, no, please come back and do Justice League 2 and 3. And it's like, that's I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen.
Yep.
Ben Affleck has moved on. Henry Cavill is filming a movie called Voltron right now. He just had a kid. He's a father. He's a very busy guy. Gal Gadot is not Wonder Woman anymore. I don't know how much more clear she could have been about that. Ezra Miller is not coming back as the Flash. Ray Fisher wants
damn sure Ray Fisher's not coming back.
I was just going to say, Ray Fisher has absolutely no desire to come back and play Cyborg for the current regime of people. Be it fucking, whether it's Walter Hamada, James Gunn, it doesn't matter. The taste in his mouth from that experience with Jeff Johns, Joss Whedon, and John Berg was so sour to the point where he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that ever again. I'm going to continue my career in actually fucking acting. And I'm not diminishing his role as Cyborg. He is the beating heart of the Snyder Cut. But he is taking on a more auteuristic stance in his acting career. That's what he's doing. That's why he's in a movie called The Piano Lesson, which is fucking phenomenal if you haven't seen it. And he's great in it. And he's great in Rebel Moon, even though those two movies are, well, there's a little to be desired. But hey, that's just me being short about those films. I could go on, but we've only got a limited amount of time here, and I don't want to spend the entirety of it. But my point is like, to Jake and Ronan's point, if these guys were really, and I use the term guy like loosely, generally, because obviously there are people of other genders in that fandom. The thing is like the people in that fandom who say they're Snyder fans, no, they are just strictly Zack Snyder DC fans. And all they want is Justice League 2 and 3. If you want so badly to see what happened with that, go on the internet, go find the storyboards, or go watch that fucking shitty, cheap Project Justice League fucking thing. That whatever the fuck. You know what? I should just stop talking right now because I used to work with a couple of those guys. Anyway, you guys want that story? It's fucking out there on the internet to fucking consume. Go fucking watch it. Go read it, consume it, whatever. Maybe somewhere down the line, we'll get a comic book, a graphic novel, finishing it all up, which is, I would prefer that over some crappy motion comic. Just my 2 cents. But what James Gunn is doing, there has been more stability with what he's doing than what Walter Hamada did, than what Jeff Johns did. This is the stability I fucking need. And I say that as someone, again, who is not fan creatively of everything that James Gunn has done, but I will not deny credit where credit is due. The guy brought a level of stability that has been non-existent to DC, especially on film and television, for the last nearly 15 years.
Yep. And that lack of stability is not really his fault because he had his thing that he wanted to do. He had his vision in mind. The problem with lack of stability is they kept throwing project after project at the wall, hoping something would stick. Didn't have any of them written yet, but they just announced things to try and get people's expectations up. And then a bunch of those things either went through development hell, fell apart and didn't happen completely, were made and were shelved, or were mangled to bits by the time they eventually did come out.
Yep. Right. And before we go, let's just be honest. These people are determined to hate everything, and be it from the people who are hating on the Thunderbolt, saying who asked for this. The movie, especially the trailer that just came out, has my attention.
I dug it.
Bringing these characters together, these characters that were basically one-offs in some of these films, bringing them together, I'm all for it. But you're hating on it because they said Yelena's the lead character. So what? You just say you don't like female-led films. So just say it. say it. You're saying it without saying it because you don't want to attract that type of attention, but you're still doing it because you like to feed, you like the negative energy that comes to your post because you know, oh, this is going to make my post trend, yada, yada, yada. I don't want to trend for being an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why people want that. Why people want that type of energy. The same thing goes for we don't want black. Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon. You're being racist.
I'm pretty sure that's another hero.
You're being racist to Pedro Pascal because he's playing Reed Richards. I saw somebody on Threads call him Reed Ricardo. Like, why are you being racist?
Yeah,
What?
I've seen a couple of those. Yeah,
like that's weird. That's weird energy. Why? This is why we can't have nice things. You're not. Everything isn't meant for everybody. But just judging it based upon face value, based upon a trailer, you're judging Superman off a trailer that had no dialogue. You're judging Fantastic Four off of a 2-minute teaser trailer.
I'm probably gonna get a Reed Ricardo when I cosplay as Mr. Fantastic in Comic-Con. I might get one.
It's just like this fandom, this comic book space. It was never this toxic.
No.
Before social media became a more prevalent thing. We enjoyed things. Honestly, if we could go back to before Zack Snyder even set foot in the DC universe, I think we'd be better off. I think we would be way as far as I don't think it would be this much toxicity in the fandom.
Not to pin the toxicity on him.
Not to pin the toxicity on him at all, because Zack Snyder, he did what he wanted to do. He had his vision. Some stuff worked, some stuff didn't. Some stuff James Gunn did with Marvel, some stuff worked, some stuff didn't. A lot of these directors, stuff worked, stuff did not. They did what they wanted to do.
Hell, stuff worked with Christopher Nolan's trilogy, and then stuff did not work with his trilogy, and people still herald it as like one of the best trilogies on the planet.
People did what they wanted to do, and all you guys are and furthermore, as much as I can't stand the guy, John Campea said it best. The difference between Zack Snyder and James Gunn is Zack Snyder was just a director. He didn't helm the entire DC universe. He did not. He did not run the DCEU. That was their problem. They gave him too many projects and then kept meddling in them. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I honestly think if Zack had the creative freedom that James Gunn does, his story probably would have came out better and more cohesive. But he had so much studio interference. You mean to tell me you have to listen to an executive say, why didn't Superman go home after seeing the planet blow up already? Like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But people don't want to think that way. And for they don't. You're saying restore the Snyderverse, but you're saying FWB, take it to Netflix. Netflix cancels everything.
Not only that, and that's just it. They want to like do fire James Gunn. Fucking give it to Netflix. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, you're not gonna get what you want if that route is pursued. Yep. If you fire James Gunn, you're back to right after Zack Snyder walked away from the DCEU.
It's in shambles.
Turmoil. It's in shambles. Hello? Like, come on. And not only that, like Lance just said, you give it to Netflix? Say they do part 2. What the fuck is everyone going to do? Look what happened with Rebel Moon Part 1 and Part 2. Everyone fucking hated it.
Yep.
Do you think Part 3 is going to happen? Probably not.
And it took a director's cut of both those movies for people to even like them a little bit.
Right. So if Justice League 2 comes out and it doesn't do what Netflix wants it to do, well, guess what? Netflix becomes the new Warner Brothers. Bottom line, these executives, as Lance just mentioned, are fucking dumb.
Part of the reason DCU failed is because there was a lack of direction.
I gotta go.
Now that there actually is direction, they're still complaining.
We are about to get off.
I'm leaving now. I'm about to fall asleep. I'm tired. I'm hungry.
We can ramble about this for another hour, but we're not going to
fall asleep. I like that flag though. Cobra
it's
Kai.
Not a flag. It's a Cobra Kai blanket. Thank you.
Oh well, Cobra Kai never dies.
Taz, were you going to try to say anything or no?
Huh?
You had your finger up like you wanted to say something or...
I was gonna ask how long we was going because I was about to
I just had to get that off my chest because I'm just tired of seeing it.
I get it.
And no, I have not seen Bo DeMayo's new video. I'm gonna watch it, but I can't stand that guy.
That's on the watch list as well.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I might react.
Is he
to
clothed?
it.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah,
he has on a T-shirt from what I saw, but that might come off halfway in the video. Who knows?
Did you run into him at Comic-Con at all? Did you see him at Comic-Con?
Nope.
He was
there.
I talked to him. Yeah.
Oh.
How did
that go? Didn't lose your cool?
He was cordial. He was very presentable, very cool, very respectable. Like, and then I get on Threads and whatnot, and I see a lot of his stuff, and I'm just like, dude, no.
Oh, like, that changed quick.
Nice guy, but man, like the stuff he's posting online and like things he's saying, I'm just like, oh man, hole being dug for sure.
There's a difference between face to face and behind the keyboard.
Yeah, but we're about to call it a night. I want to thank everybody for being here today. Great discussions as usual. I got at least 3 videos for the channel off of this one. So I'm good. I got content for the rest of the week. But yeah, guys, we'll be back next week. We'll be finishing like the conversation about Cobra Kai. I know that's near and dear to Taj's heart.
Oh, I won't be here next week.
Yeah, because he'll be upset about it. I'll try to convince him. Well, yeah, I'll catch up.
Also, Luka Doncic to the Lakers, great debut.
Yeah,
get the hell out! What? It's been pissing me the fuck off.
What?
Fuck the NBA.
Oh, Ronan wearing the X-Men shirt today. I just noticed. Good job.
What happened in the NBA?
Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers. This is man.
And he had a great debut.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, 14 points.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that team. Fuck LeBron. They're all garbage.
Yes.
Jordan's better than LeBron any day of the week.
Absolute fucking garbage player.
Give Draymond 5 seconds. He's typing right now.
Jordan over LeBron.
Okay.
I was just thinking that.
I'll catch everybody later.
Until next time. Peace out from your favorite Kryptonian.